Is it live? Am I live right now? Oh, I am. Okay. Okay. Hi. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Okay. Ask the ref. Everybody knows how to play Killer Bunnies. I don't need to explain that. Okay. Okay, starting off with the blue set, we've got blue Congenial Bunny. Just basic blue bunny. In a set of 3, it lets you have a double run. Pretty basic. My move. Yeah. Same for Gleeful Bunny, Lumbering Bunny, Sinister Bunny, and Timid Bunny. I'm just going to put all of the basic color bunnies in C tier, because they don't really add that much. Yeah. Actually, I'm going to put all the Congenial Bunnies in B tier, because of a separate card. Okay, we've got choose a by the way, I'm doing the tier list is based off of how interesting the card is, how like fun it is, how much everybody at the table enjoys it existing. So we've got choose a carrot, choose 1 carrot. I'm gonna put them in B tier because it's fun, you get it, you're excited, and the game ends faster, so that's also a factor. Okay, we've got choose 2 carrots, where it gives you 2 carrots. I hear you.
It gives you 2 carrots, Eli.
Okay.
The game end faster.
It gives you 2 carrots.
That's a good factor, Eli.
The game does end faster.
Yeah, it does, Eli.
It sure does. Can you hear my brother? Either way. I don't think they're quite A tier because, like, it's more fun because you get more carrots. But also, it's just the same level of waiting to see if your bunny will die before it comes out. I don't know. I'm just gonna put them in the same tier. Okay, here we go. We've got the Feed the Bunnies. Feed the Bunny. 1 cabbage and 1 water. So, Feed the Bunny cards are, like, complicated because you aren't sure how many, like, if you have, like, $6, all lower Feed the Bunnies are basically worthless. and then you have to run them through, and they clog up your hand and everything. So, I think I'm gonna put the lower tier ones in D. This is like 1 cabbage and 3 water. I'd say it's still down there. 3 cabbage and 4 water, I'd say maybe C tier, because there's a chance it'll kill the bunny. 5 cabbage and 5 water still in C tier. Okay, we've got kitchen whisk. Weapon level 1. So this is basically just like a junk card. It doesn't add anything, and there's a very low likelihood it'll actually do anything. So I'm gonna put this in F tier. Gelatin, it's basically the same. It's weapon level 2. So, not quite as worthless. And it's fun when it kills, but it just does clog up your hand, and that's it. And you really don't want to play it when there's better cards you could play. Weapon level 3. It's fine. I'd say it's still, I don't know, D tier. Butcher's Cleaver. Weapon level 4. That's a 1 in 3 chance of killing. So I'd also put that in D tier. Food Processor, also weapon level 4. Same thing. We've got Boiling Tar, weapon level 5. Still pretty similar. Roaches, also weapon level 5. Bow and Arrow, weapon level 6. That's like, still, it's a 50-50 whether it'll kill the bunny or not. So I'll put that in C tier. We've got Chainsaw, also a 50-50. Guillotine, this is more likely than not to kill the bunny. I'm still going to put it in C tier, just because, I don't know. Flamethrower, weapon level 8. Yeah. There's audio, right? Has this been recording audio? Like, the mic is picking something up. Jacob, can you tune into my live stream to see if it's actually having audio?
Sure. In like a minute.
Okay, I'm just gonna pretend I have audio. This is 2 out of 3 chance of killing. I'd say it's still C tier, just because it doesn't need.
We're rating them all exactly, not just by tiers.
No, it's not a ranking, it's a tier list.
I thought you were making a ranking.
No, that would be impossible. Okay, we've got Fluorine Gas, weapon level 9. This is 3/4 chance of killing. I'd say, I think it's, I don't know, B tier. No, it's not exciting. I don't know, B tier. It's more likely to kill, which is pretty good. Same with Laser Gun. Okay, Trojan Bunny. You put it on someone.
You like stream as audio.
It does?
Yep.
Okay, that's good. You put it on a bunny, but it doesn't explode until that player attacks. So this is pretty good. It's a ranged weapon, or like a range weapon. It's definitely B. And yeah, it increases it's a factor in play. By the way, the order of the cards is based off of card ID in the bottom right corner. Okay, we've got Ebola Virus, a roaming red run card. Placed on any bunny. Yeah, it's a weapon level 11, so it's almost certainly kills, and then as it roams around, it will almost certainly kill all the bunnies, and then it goes away. So this I'd say A tier, because it's just fun. You think about it. Like, this is an exciting card to play. Okay. Nuclear Warhead. Kills the bunny you target and the 2 on its left and right. So that's pretty good. It shakes up the game. Okay. Here we go. Area 51. Placed on any one bunny which is abducted by the Baya aliens. The bunny is returned when another bunny is taken. So, this is interesting because it effectively kills the bunny, but the bunny that's in space still counts for the drawing at the end of the game. So that makes it better. I'd say B tier because it's interesting. But it is just like it just kills a bunny. And the duplicate. We've got bad karma. You put it on someone, and then the next weapon they play has to target one of their own bunnies. I'd say B tier because it's just an interesting card. You play it, it does stuff. Okay, Baker Street. You skip somebody's next turn. I don't know. I'd say it's C tier because it's you spend your entire turn. Well, probably your entire turn to skip somebody else's turn, and that's just less people. I know it feels like its whole thing is it just makes the game like longer. It doesn't do anything itself other than stop somebody else from doing something. Okay, Black Cat. You can remove all clovers from an opponent's bunny, and then if the green die rolls an odd number, you get to put them on your own bunnies. On between C and D, because like if you get this and there aren't any clovers, what's the point really? Like it doesn't really matter. And then if there are clovers, then it doesn't even do that much. It removes the clovers and then there's a chance you get to keep them, which is I guess is nice. I don't know, I'll put it in C where it's like it doesn't really, it's a card that exists. D tier is just like it's pretty bad, and then F tier is like you wish you had drawn anything else. Okay. Cyber Bunny. It's a roaming red run card. It runs around attacking people. 9 or higher. And then it can be killed with any weapon. I'm gonna put this in B tier. It's interesting. It runs around, but it doesn't really. I don't know. It's not that interesting, but it's pretty good. Defector Detector. You put it on a bunny, and then everybody rolls to see who gets the bunny, and you roll twice. I'd say this is also in B tier because it's pretty interesting. You get to move the bunny around. You might be able to steal it, but that's about it. Okay, we've got Free Agent. It's any color and any temperament, except for red and pink. I'm gonna put it in B tier because it's just more interesting than a normal bunny. I don't know. Heavenly Halo protects any one bunny from all hunger, harm, misfortune, and abduction. The bunny may defect, be auctioned, be exchanged, or gambled. Yeah, so, but the bunny with the halo doesn't count for winning the game at the end when you're doing the drawing of the carrots. So, I don't know, it's interesting. And it makes other cards like Defector Detector more interesting because they can affect bunnies that are like protected. I'm gonna put this in A tier. Okay, we've got Single Lucky Clover. I'm gonna put it in F, to be honest, because it will barely change the game if you put it on your bunny. I don't know. Double Lucky Clovers are at least D because it's decently substantial, along with triple. Okay, we've got Expensive Cabbalas. So this, I'm gonna put this in C because you don't really care that much about it, but it makes Feed the Bunny cards more viable because food costs more. Give me a sec. Okay, Kabbalah's market closed. Um, I don't know. It just stops people from. It also makes Feed the Bunny cards much more viable, but it also slows down the game because you can't buy carrots anymore. I don't know. I'll put it in B because it shakes up the game a little bit more than high prices. Okay. Maggots. Okay, you delete all the cabbage of one player. I don't really think this matters that much, unless they did something to get, like, all the cabbage. Like, I'll put in C tier just because, yeah. Like, it doesn't really. Like, it can be useful in some situations, but it just. All it does is get rid of cabbage. And then. Yeah, I don't know. Like, usually you buy cabbage when you need it, and you don't really stockpile it that much, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, drought. It's the same as maggots, but for water. You've got poverty poker. You force people to gamble objects. The highest roller gets all. Everybody who can play must play, and you like pick how much and what you're gambling, and then the person that rolls this rolls twice. So it's like defector detector, but well, kind of. It lets. I don't know. It lets you. It shakes up the board, and because you aren't guaranteed to win it, it's more interesting for everybody. I don't know. I'd say it's B tier. Okay, we've got Carrot Top Casino. You roll 5 dice, and then if they're all different numbers, you get a carrot and $7. If 2 are the same number, you have to immediately feed 1 bunny, 1 cabbage, and 1 water. And if 3 dice show the same number, one of your buddies dies. So, I'm gonna put these in B tier because it's interesting. You gamble your bunny. It adds a little bit more. It makes Feed the Bunnies like you have to have the cabbage and water. And getting more carrots out is nice, and it's also a P card, which it synergizes with the pawns, which aren't introduced yet, but they will be later. Okay, free cabbage. Draw 2 cabbage cards from Kabbalahs. I'm gonna put it in D, because it's like 6 money, but you have to spend it on cabbage, and you can just draw bad. And also, even if you have cabbage, what if nobody just targets you with a Feed the Bunny? The same for free water. Okay, Geneva Convention. Force somebody to get rid of all of their weapon cards in their hand, but it doesn't affect their run. I don't really like this. I'll put it in C. But, like, weapons in a hand aren't really that much of a threat. And if they can play cards from their hand, then they probably would have played the weapon already, unless they just drew it. It is nice because you can clear out junk weapons, like the Whisk and Jello, from somebody else's hand, or your own. But, like, if they have a weapon, and you know they have a weapon, it's probably already in their run, so it's too late. We've got half-price coupon for Kabbalahs. I'm gonna put this in C just because it requires you to have a decent amount of money to do really anything. It helps carrots get out more. Okay, we've got the prune danishes. They let you immediately resolve a Feed the Bunny card for any amount of cabbage and water. So they're nice, but I feel like Feed the Bunny cards just aren't enough of a thing to really have to worry about for this to really be good. Like Carrot Top Casino can give you a carrot and $7 if you roll good, and this just counteracts a Feed the Bunny. You can trade them around, which is an element. I don't know. I don't really like them. They're the purple P card, but I don't know. I'll put them in C because they are better than free water and cabbage, just because you can use it on any card and it immediately resolves it. Okay, we've got the Mad Donald Bakery. So you gamble a bunny and you can receive a carrot, cabbage and water card, or you can feed the bunny. Yeah, so it can kill up to 3 bunnies, which may or may not be yours, and it can give you up to a carrot. This is pretty good. Just because of the red pawn, to be honest. If you get the red pawn and this, then you can use it multiple times and you get to reroll the red die. So I'd say it's definitely B. It's a high B. Okay, we've got Magic Fountain. You roll 5 dice, and then if you guess a number and then roll 5 dice, and if for the amount of ones you got correct, you get bunnies from the discard pile. So I like this because if you don't have any bunnies and you get this, it lets you get up to 5 bunnies from the discard pile. It's the orange pawn card, the orange P card. But it does only give you bunnies, and if this was just a bunny card, it would be just as valid. I don't know, I'll put it in C. Okay, Surprise. Roll 5 dice. Get so you roll 5 dice and then you get what the lowest value is. So it can give you a bunny or a carrot or a dollar. I kind of feel like it's like a waste if you get a cabbage or water. If you have pawns, you can skew it towards the thing you want. And it's also the blue P card, so it's pretty good. I'll put him in B, just because it can give you a bunny when you don't have one. Or $10, which can buy you a bunny, or a carrot, or just a carrot straight. I don't know. Magic Spatula counteracts a weapon, abduction, roaming red run card, Defector, ID Crisis, LoJack, Mystery Urn, Rainbow, or all barriers. And it can also stop the final draw of the Zodiac card. So, I feel like the Zodiac card bit isn't very, relevant, because the winning Zodiac probably won't be on the board, and if it is, it probably doesn't matter. It can if multiple people only have one bunny. I don't know. The real thing is counteracting a weapon, roaming red run cards, and other things. I'll put it in A just because you can use it on... It's a very special and you can counteract weapons and stuff, so that's good. Okay, we've got Rooney's Reusables. You can use a weapon a second time before it's discarded. I'd say this is... it just lets you use a weapon a second time, and you already played it once. So... I don't know. See, it lets you duplicate a weapon. So I guess if you got a good weapon, you could use it twice. I don't know. I feel like if you're using a weapon, you probably want to kill a specific enemy, and then if it succeeds, then you're good. Okay. Sunny Day. Maybe used once by a player to cancel all pending Feed the Bunny cards. Eliminate coma, the Ebola virus, poison cups, or can be exchanged for the white stuff. And it's a very special. I feel like... Is this camera not in focus? Is there a thing I should do? Or, I don't know. Okay. It's got a yellow ball with red stripe. This works with the Feed the Bunny cards. It's like the Magic Spatula. But... yeah, it Feed the bunny cards, and some weapons. It's rare to get Sunny Day and the white stuff at the same time, so that doesn't really factor in that much. I don't know. It stops a lot of things, but if you don't get any of those things, it's basically garbage, so I don't know, I'll put it in C, because it is good if you get them. Okay. We've got 4 terrible misfortunes. You draw this, and your bunny immediately dies. I'll put them all in C, because they're interesting, and they stop people drawing from that, like, draw, like, 4 cards a turn. You're more likely to get. And I think I'll put this one in B, because the plutonium can kill the holographic bunny, and I think Albino Baby 5000 protects against it. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, we've got all the money. I'll put the 10 in B, and everything else in C, because they don't really impact the game that much. They're nice, but the 10 is, like, just a straight bunny or carrot. Okay, and then the actual Kabbalah's Market, like, the actual thing. This is the real one. 3 cabbage and 3 water. Yeah, you can buy cabbage, water, and $10 for a carrot. I don't really know how to go about ranking this, maybe, like, B tier, because it is nice. Okay. Now we've got the first 8 carrots. Yeah. So Tucker is B tier because of the other card. He's fine. Abu is decently lucky, but B tier. Hikaru is also B tier. Flo actually has the Prune Danish, canonically. Like, you can use it for your bunny, so I'll put it in A, because it's a decently lucky carrot, and it also has the Prune Danish. Remington's fine. I don't know. I don't really like Butch. Presto's definitely S tier. And Seth is B. Okay. And then, these are the yellow cards. We've got the yellow bunnies, Congenial in B, and then all the rest in C. These don't do anything special. Congenial in B, rest in C. And then we've got 2 Choose a Carrots. Did I put all of those in? Oh. Let me just see. Did I put all of Choose a Carrots in B? Yeah, okay. I stand by that. Cards are all mixed up now. 11, 12. Okay. Okay, we've got Feed the Bunny, 2 cabbage, and 2 water. Doesn't really matter. Feed the cabbage, 4... Feed the bunny, 4 cabbage, and 4 water. Did I put that in C earlier? Yeah, it's a decent threat. Okay, Gorge the bunny. Feed the bunny, 10 cabbage, and 10 water. You basically need a Prune Danish or a lot of money, so... A or B? It's B. It doesn't shake up the game that much. At most, it kills 1 bunny. It's just kind of funny. Slingshot, weapon level 1. Scissors, weapon level 2. Did I put? Yeah. Slagtite, weapon level 3. Okay, Sea Whiz Mount. Weapon level 10, and it's a ranged weapon, and it hits 2 other bunnies for weapon level 9. I'll put that in B. It's pretty interesting. Okay. Miniature black hole. Placed on any bunny. So it kills 1. Yeah. So it almost definitely kills a bunny. And then it's a ranged weapon, and it hits, like, the entire map. I put Warhead in A, so I kind of have to put that in there, too. Okay. Stray Asteroid is just, like... Warhead, but bigger, I'm pretty sure. Did I put Area 51 in B? Yeah. I stand by that. Okay, bunny block bid. You can start a bidding war for any bunny. This is like defector detector, but more interesting because you also get to. There's the cabal, the money aspect, and yeah. Even though money is pretty luck based, I'll just put that in B. It's fine. Carrot thief. You roll either the orange or 20-sided die, and you receive the carrot on the numbered on the die. Choose the carrots are on B, right? Yeah, I'll also put this in B. It's like a choose a carrot, but more interesting, and there's like a chance it'll get your own carrots. Okay, double no trouble. This is like a game-wide thing. Yeah, if you get people's money before this and like pay them back and stuff, it's pretty good. And it also just gets more things out of the shop, like cabbage and pawns and stuff, which being out make the game more interesting. We've got free agent. I put that in B last time, I think. Okay, cheap Kabbalah. $1 for each water and $2 for each cabbage. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in C because the only thing it changes is it makes feed the bunnies easier to deal with, which we don't really need right now. Closed Kabbalah's market. I put that in. Did I put that in C? I think, or B. I don't know. I'll just put it in C. It's not that interesting. I already talked about it. Quadruple Lucky Clover. Decent defense against weapons. Rock Bottom. Allows a player with no cabbage or water to take half from the player with the most. But usually people don't stockpile cabbage and water in the games I've played either. And it also needs you to have a bunny for it. And it's a run card. So you have to have a bunny so you're in a fine position. And then run this through so you can't use it in response. You can't use this in response to a feed the bunny because you have to put it in ahead of time. I don't know. D tier. Russian roulette. All players with at least one bunny must roll. The lowest roller loses the bunny. The player that put this card in rolls twice. I don't know. It just kills one random bunny, which you can't really use this as a target. I don't know. C tier. Wells Freshness Center or Wheels Freshness Center. Either way. Give it to a player who must pay $2 to keep each of his carrots or return them. B tier. This is a pretty interesting card. You need to have the dollar, but it also, if they don't have the money and can't negotiate for the money, it just sets the game back, which is really annoying. Okay, bug off. Counteract maggots or roaches. But the issue is that's 2 cards, and once you get more expansions, there's like 700 plus cards. So one card whose only thing is it cancels 2 other cards really is not useful. Okay. Free cabbage and water. You receive 1 cabbage and 1 water card. It's better than just 2 water or just 2 cabbage because you can use this to counteract an entire feed the bunny. I don't know, it doesn't really do that much. The mini lith. You can double the range and level of weapons you use. It makes weapons 1 through 9 range weapons, and it goes away if you don't have any bunnies out. I'll put this in A just because all the weapons you're playing become range weapons, which is pretty big. And also, it's like a win more. Like, you're doing good, you put this out, and then you can start, like, killing all the other bunnies to keep your position. Okay, we've got Noah's Flood. The same position as Bug Off. It counteracts Drought or Flamethrower. and both of which probably won't appear in your game, so it's basically worthless. I might want to move them to F, because they do so little. I don't know. You can... They're sometimes good. Okay, Rooney's Weapon Exchange. So, you swap weapons in your hand, I'm pretty sure. You exchange one of your weapons for one of theirs, or Rooney's. Most of the time, you just use this on Rooney. And then you can clear out your lower weapons and get, like, a better weapon. So if there's better weapons in Rooney's, this is pretty good. But you also have to play this and then play the weapon later. So it's not really that good. I don't know. C tier. Top run, rotate. Everybody's top run rotates once. This is just a good card. B, maybe A, because it mixes everything up. You receive a card that you've never seen before that you're about to use, which is a fun thing for everybody to experience. I don't know. B tier. We've got Containment Suit. Protects one bunny from fluorine gas, Ebola virus, curry spiced papadoms, plant spores, and necrophagy. Very special. This is much better than things like Noah's Flood, because this protects against, like, 10 things. And is very special, so you can play it at any time to stop those. I don't know. B tier, just because the list is pretty limited. Oh, we've got Reversal of Fortune. Redirect any weapon launched at any bunny towards any other bunny, may be used at any time. This is pretty good because weapons will be launched the entire game. I don't know, maybe A tier, just because you can have this and it's like a fun thing to have. Where did I put? Yeah, okay. And we've got play immediatelys. I'm pretty sure I put all the play immediatelys in C except for plutonium. Okay, and we've got money, which all goes in C except for 10, which goes in B, right? I didn't put the 10 in A, right? No. Okay. And then we've got the new carrots. I'd say Rick is A. Yeah, Rick is nice. Norman C. Dex is C. Arnie is B. Okay, that's all of blue and yellow. Now we've got red. Okay, so we've got the red bunnies. Red Congenial has 3 cabbage and 3 water at all times. It's more interesting than a normal bunny, and it makes Feed the Bunnies more obsolete, and that's really all it does. It would be bumped up because it's more fun, but it's also bumped down because we don't need Feed the Bunnies to become more obsolete. Gleeful Bunny, I'll put in B tier. Every turn, you have $3, which, if prices are stable, you can buy cabbage, water, or a defense card just every round. And it can also help you build up towards buying, like, another bunny or a carrot. We've got Lumbering Bunny, which just has 3 clovers. I don't know. I put 3 clovers in D tier because it doesn't really change the game that much. I don't know. It goes in B tier just because it's better and it's more fun. Okay, we've got Sinister Bunny. Any weapon that doesn't succeed against the bunny is redirected back at the person that launched it. That's B tier. It's pretty fun. It stops people from attacking you as much. And it's like a fun moment when it goes off. Okay, we've got Timid Bunny. You can reroll any action that involves dice. And I think you have to have taken the action to begin with. I'd say this is like A tier level of fun, but it also really slows down the game if you're like re-rolling everything you're doing on your turns. So we'll put that in B tier. Okay, we've got Choose a Carrots. Put these all in B tier. Okay, Feed the Bunny, 3 cabbage and 3 water. I'll put that in C. Feed all your bunnies. Given to an opponent whose bunnies must... All of their bunnies must feed 1 cabbage and 1 water. This is fine if they have like 5 bunnies, but you usually don't get to 5 bunnies, and it would be more effective to get one of the range weapons. I don't know. Also C tier. Everyone feed a bunny. Everybody feeds one cabbage and one water to one of their bunnies. Except for you. But also, you pick which bunny dies, so if you have, like, a good bunny and a bad bunny, you can just sacrifice that. I don't know. It gets everybody to spend $6 if prices are stable, and they don't get a half. I don't know. It's fine. Suction cup, weapon level 1. Mousetrap, weapon level 3. Grappling hook, weapon level 5. Was I putting weapon level 5s in D? Yeah. It doesn't do that much. Centrifuge, weapon level 7. I'm pretty sure I was putting those in C. Cruise Missile Prime, roaming red run card, weapon level 9. Rotates the board clockwise. And when it reaches you, you roll the red die, and if it's prime number on the red die, then you have to roll higher than a 9. And so it's a ranged weapon, it roams around, you have to roll a non-prime number on the red die. I'll put that in B. It's decently fun. It takes a bit to, like, you have to play it, and then it roams, and then find someone, and then it goes off. But once it's started roaming, it's pretty fun. Quite irascible, diffractable cheese balls. Weapon level 11. And then it goes 2 spaces away, it's weapon level 9, and 4 spaces away, it's weapon level 7. It's a ranged weapon. I don't know, it's fun, it's A, it can kill the holographic bunny. Activate the Minilith. Allows you to steal the Minilith from any opponent, or force the player with the Minilith to roll the dice. And then, yeah. If they roll an even number, they have to lose a bunny or return a carrot. And if they roll 7 even numbers, then everybody loses all their bunnies and carrots. I don't know. This relies on the Minilith being anywhere in the board. And as I've talked about, that doesn't happen really ever. Like there's 715 cards, and you get this. There's a high likelihood the Minilith isn't out. I'm going to put it in F because at least maggots and stuff, they affect 2 cards. I don't know. Bankruptcy. May be given to any player who immediately loses all of his Stala. I'll put this in A because it's pretty fun. It, especially near the end of the game when you've got like 10 and they've got 12 and you want to like buy the last carrot, so you bankruptcy them and then you buy it. I know it's pretty good. It's countered by a diverse portfolio. Okay, we've got barriers. Barriers, I'd say B tier because they make ranged weapons more fun and strategic, and they also make roaming red run cards more strategic and fun. But they don't do anything really on their own. I don't know. They're fine. Carrot exchange. You give one player a carrot in exchange for 2 of theirs. This is just gain 1 carrot. But all it really does is... But it doesn't bring more carrots into circulation. So I'd put this in C. I know it's fun to get. And, like, once you give, like, the carrots personalities and stuff, it's more fun. The L might come back right before summer, you know? Like, cut the L in. And then, like, last day of school, have the L. And then, over summer, it can grow out. I don't know. I'll have to dye my hair sometime, because I never did that. Okay, clumsy congenial. Pick a congenial bunny, and the 2 adjacent bunnies to that, die immediately. This is pretty good. B or A. It's fun. It makes congenial bunnies more risky. That's also why I put them in B instead of C, just because of this. I don't know. It's fine. It kills 2 bunnies, and there has to be congenial bunny out, but because there's so many of those, it's fine. Dude, where's my carrot? All large carrot cards are turned face down, even those at Cabala's Market. The die or dice is rolled. Players will receive the carrots with the same number. So you roll the red and d20. And then, if you can remember where they are, you get them. You get the carrots corresponding to the number on the dice. So this is fine. It's just like a more complicated choose a carrot, though. I don't know. It's a fun thing. B tier. European robotic titanium termites. Used once by a player to eliminate any one barrier. Cannot eliminate the neutronium barrier. I'd say this is honestly D. It relies on a barrier being played already. And then, if there is a barrier out, all it does is it reduces things. It makes the game less interesting. Okay, holographic bunny. May be used by a player as a bunny, but since it's not technically alive, it doesn't need to eat, and can't be used to win the game. It can only be harmed by the laser gun, nuclear warhead, black hole, cheese balls, antimatter raisins, plutonium, psychic waves, and sharks with freaking laser beams. It's pretty good. It's very interesting. Oh, and one thing they don't tell you on the card is if you have the magic star rod, you can use it to win the game. It can't be normally. Okay. Honestly, A tier, and it also counts as a red bunny for sets of 3. It's pretty good. It's fun when you get one of the things that can harm it. I don't know. It's not too strong because it can't win. Okay. Quintuple Lucky Clover. C tier. Yeah. Okay, Mystery Urn. You roll, and if you okay. So, you roll the purple die, and then the next person must roll higher than what you rolled, or donate a bunny or a carrot to the urn. And then it goes around until either somebody rolls a 12, or all bunnies and carrots that can be put in the urn are put in the urn. A tier. It's a fun thing. It goes around. It consolidates the things. It makes the purple pawn much better if this is out, because then you get to roll twice. You get to reroll. I don't know. It's pretty good. Yeah. Rainbow. You give it to someone who rolls the dice, and then all bunnies that are the same color or half color as the lowest die rolled are killed. If black is the lowest, then all bunnies down die. Players isolated by barriers are protected. So if you have a barrier on both sides of your bunny, it's safe from rainbow. I don't know, it's fine. I'll put it in. I don't know, you don't really get to pick which bunny dies. I know it's exciting. It doesn't target specialty or celebrity bunnies, so I'm just gonna put in C for that. Okay, red light district. You can purchase any red item for $5, including red bunnies, pawns, and fire zodiacs. I'll put this in C. Yeah. Or I don't know. Yeah. No, you have to have $5 to play it. Red bunnies are decently fine. There probably won't even be a fire zodiac out. And the red pawn is mid. I'll put it in D. Rooney's Weapon Emporium is closed. Okay. This is pretty good, especially since there isn't an open in the expansion. I'll put it... I don't know, it just reduces the things going on, and it isn't even like Feed the Money, where it makes things more exciting. Like, when Cabala's is down, it's more exciting, because Feed the Bunnies are now, like, lethal. But when this is down, there are less weapons and less defense cards. I don't know. C tier. Bounty Mounty. You spend $1 and put it on a bunny, and then the first player to kill the bunny gets the money. I'll put this in C, because, like, maybe D. Yeah. Because you don't want to spend any significant amount of money to have somebody else maybe kill the bunny, and then if they do, they get the money, and then they have the money. And if you kill the bunny, it was your money anyway. I don't know. It feels kind of like a waste of money, and also won't even ensure anyone will do anything. I think free cabbage and water was in C. Free defense. You draw 2 defense cards from Rooney's. Maybe B, maybe C. I don't know, defense is pretty good. Half price coupon for Rooney's allows you to purchase any items at Rooney's Weapons Emporium for half price for like 1 round. I don't know. Defense cards are like fine, and the weapons you have to like put them through the run, so it doesn't do that much. Hemp, highly explosive missile package. This is the yellow P card. It lets you attack the aliens or the mothership, and there's no chance of you retrieving the bunnies. You either do nothing, kill the bunnies, or kill the bunnies and then kill all the bunnies of the player who had their bunnies originally abducted. I don't know. If the aliens are out, there's a chance that this will be interesting. And there's several alien cards. I'll put this in D. Show me the bunny. May be used once by a player to force all opponents to show any bunnies in their hand. The player may trade any cards from his hand for any opponent's bunny. This is fun. Everybody does like a thing around the table, and if you get that when you don't have a bunny, it's like fun. Okay, give me a sec. Bunny to the future. Allows a player's bunny to avoid the outcome of any weapons by traveling 3 rounds into the future. If the game ends before the bunny is returned, the bunny is lost. So, this allows you to avoid 1 weapon in exchange for your bunny being dead, effectively, for 3 rounds. And it doesn't even count for the end of the game. I don't know. I'll put it in C because it can be useful sometimes. Guardian Angle. May be used once by a player to eliminate any terrible misfortune. May be used at any time. I'll put this in... It's nice. You can sell it to other people. It's fine. And there's a lot of terrible misfortune, so it's pretty effective. Speaking of which, 2 more terrible misfortunes. I think I was putting those in C. Zep-Teppy. May be used by or given to any first-time player who can take any save special or very special card from each adjacent player. Does nothing and it really doesn't affect the game at all because it's a play immediately. And it's just a nice helping out a new time player. I don't know, I'll put it in B because if you don't have a very special, or if you don't have a first-time player in the game, it doesn't slow down the game at all. We got Dala.
Hello.
Hello. I'm live, by the way.
You're live.
Yeah. 10 goes in B. Okay, this is the actual Rooney's card itself. $3 for each defense card. And then you have to pay the price. The weapon level price for each weapon card. And you have to run the weapons through. Honestly, C tier, like, the defense cards are nice, but if you buy a weapon secondhand from Rooney's, it goes into your hand, and then you have to put it in your run, and then it comes out later. So it's really just not... It's not that good. I don't know. I don't really like it. Okay. Teal'c is B tier. These are the carrots. Russell is also B tier. Buck is C tier. Gus is also C tier. Okay. Next, on to Violet. We've got specialty bunnies now. These are like normal bunnies, but they form double runs with themselves. We've got, I'd say single specialty bunnies are just like normal bunnies. Okay, we've got double specialty bunnies. These are more interesting because they, yeah, they're more likely to actually have you secure a run, like a double run. I'll put them in B. Yeah. And we've got triple specialty bunny. Immediately gives you a double run. You can play 2 cards per turn. I'll put this... It's not quite A tier. A tier has to shake up the whole game. This just gives you a double run. If you get it to round 1, it's nice. Choose the carrots. Okay, feed the bunny 3 cabbage and 2 water. I don't know. You're likely to get that. Feed all your bunny 3 cabbage and 3 water. That's pretty good because you can clear out like an entire person because this is a lot at that point. Everybody feed a bunny 3 cabbage and 3 water. This is... I'm going to put this in B because everybody has to spend a decent quantity of money or loses a bunny. Okay, we've got weapon level 2. Doesn't care. Weapon level 4. Weapon level 6. I think I was also putting those in there. Weapon level 8. Weapon level 10, and it's also a range weapon. I don't know, B tier. Bittersweet chocolate covered antimatter raisins. Kills a bunny and all bunnies within 4 spaces. I'd say this is A. It clears the entire board and it makes barriers much better. Speaking of which, barrier, I think I was putting these in, was it B or C? C. I don't know. Bunny booster. Placed under any bunny which changes its color to red and it gets the red special ability that we saw earlier. This is, I'd say B tier. It's fun. You can put on your own bunny or you can like negotiate with someone else. Bunny exchange. You give somebody else one of your bunnies in exchange for 2 of their bunnies. I'd say B tier. It's pretty decent. Did I put European robotic? Oh, European robotic titanium tournaments. Did I put these in C or D? They just get rid of a barrier and that's it. And barriers are fun. I don't know. Insight lets you see the top 5 cards of the carrot deck, the small carrot deck. These are the. It lets you see 5 carrots that aren't going to win, so you can avoid those. I'm gonna put this in A. Because if you remember them, it, like, shakes everything up. And, like, you can negotiate with other people, like, tell them that their carrots aren't going to win and stuff. It's pretty good. LoJack, Kojak. You roll the d20. And then you take the number, the carrot that equals the number. And then, if a player owned the carrot, then they must return all of their other carrots to Kabbalah's Market. This is fine. It's just like Carrot Thief, but also if it hits somebody, then they have to return all of their other carrots, which is kind of, I don't know, that just slows the game down because they don't go to anyone, they just go away. We've got Hexdruple, Lucky Clover. I'll put that in C. It's fine. It only affects 1 bunny, though, and there's so many things that can kill bunnies other than weapons. It's not that big. Okay, we've got Rooney's Weapon Emporium. It can reopen the store. Defense cards are more expensive, and nothing changes about weapons. And defense cards are, like, the more interesting part of Rooney, so I'm gonna put this in... I don't know, it's if I get this, I'm kind of disappointed, so I'm just gonna put it in D. Rooney's Weapons Emporium is closed. Did I put that in D earlier? It deserves to be in D. Share the Wealth. Must be used once by a player with no dollar to take half from the opponent with the most. This is pretty good as like a catch-up mechanic. I would prefer if you didn't need a bunny for it, because then you could buy one from the pawn shop. I don't know, it's fine. Lone Trojan. You can either explode the Trojan bunny immediately, or revive one bunny from the discard pile for every 2 of his in the bunny color, in the bunny circle of the same color. So this can sometimes give you more bunnies. And the Trojan is just one weapon somewhere. I don't know. I'm just gonna put it in C. It's not that good. There's a chance it'll give you a bunny. Bunny Hop. May be used once by a player to force any 2 adjacent players to exchange their runs. I don't know, this is fun. You can use it on yourself and somebody else if you know they have a good run. I don't know, it's fun. Cool change. Replace all or some of your 7 cards with new cards from the draw pile. This can replace cards in your run, in your hand. It's really nice if you get some of the bad cards. I don't know. It's B. Diverse portfolio. Allows you to eliminate triple or trouble, or to counteract bankruptcy before losing your dollar. It's just like maggots, but bug off. Sorry, but the thing with bug off is maggots don't really matter that much, while bankruptcy is much larger. I don't know. It's still not that good. We've got LA hot peppers. Double the amount of water units on any feed the bunny card. I'm gonna put this in D. You need to have a feed the bunny card out on the field, and you also have to be reasonably certain that it won't succeed, and then that makes it more likely to succeed. But like, if they can feed the normal water value, they'll probably be able to feed the doubled water value too. I don't know. Large prune Danish. I think I put this in C tier. Random paintball assault. Placed under any bunny or pawn, which becomes the same color as the highest die rolled. If placed on a bunny and black is the highest die rolled, then the bunny dies. If it becomes pink or red, it inherits the special feature. I don't know. This has a chance of killing the bunny, has a chance of making it better. But, like, most of the time, it won't really do anything. Like, it's possible that if played on a pink bunny, it can make it non-pink, which is fine. I don't know, it's not that good. Run amok. You force an opponent to discard their top and bottom runs and replace them with new cards. This is fine. If you know somebody has a good thing in their run, then you can use it. But other than that, it's not that interesting. Yeah. It's more it's pretty situational.
You should flip over your signs so that they can read them, because they're all upside down for them.
They can read them fine.
Okay.
Okay, we've got Run Transformer. Transform any run card into a special card, which may immediately be played. This is pretty good, especially since, yeah, if you need to, like, react to something, and you have a run card that can counter it, but it's in your hand. I don't know. If you, like, need to urgently play a weapon before somebody does something out of their run, it's also good. I don't know, it's fine. It doesn't really change that much. We've got Ancient Star Rod. Okay. You can play it against any weapon. So you roll 3 dice, and then if all the numbers are odd, the weapon's redirected. If 2 of the numbers are odd, then the weapon does nothing. And if one number is odd, nothing happens. But if all of them are even, then the weapon hits the bunny with double strength and double range. It's fine. It's like, it's really just like a fancy defense card. Like, you can redirect the weapon. I would put it in C tier, but also the fact that it can make the holographic bunny real bumps it up. I don't know. It's just fun to get and talk about. Okay, anti-missile. Eliminate the nuclear warhead, cruise missile prime, hemp, F-18 Hornet, or Blue Angels. I don't know. It's C tier because those can show up, and it's more impactful. Like, if you fail to eliminate maggots, then you lose like 3 cabbage. If you fail to eliminate the nuclear warhead, like, all the bunnies are gone. I don't know. Bunnies in black can prevent an alien abduction or retrieve a bunny from the aliens. There aren't that many alien cards, so it doesn't do that much. It's fine. I don't know. Okay, change the direction of play clockwise or counterclockwise, allowing somebody to take consecutive turns. So you can use this on yourself or trade it to somebody else if you want them to play a card. Or you can use it specifically to have everybody at the table take another turn while it goes back around to somebody if you're like teaming up against them. I don't know. It's fine. It's very special, so it isn't taking up a turn. It just gives you an extra turn. I don't know. Play immediately is going. The terrible misfortunes go in C, and then Dala go in C, except for the 10. Okay. These are the 4 last carrots in the last carrots we'll get through Onyx. We've got Carmen. Carmen's mid. Max is B tier, and Billy and Julie are C tier. Okay. This is orange now. Just 8 more to go. Well, no, 6. 6 more. Okay, we've got more specialty bunnies. Triple specialty bunnies are interesting. They affect the game. Though single and double are still just like, I don't know. Okay, choose a carrots. They go here, and then this is the first choose 3 carrots, and I think it might be the only one. We might get one later. Either way, this is better than a choose 2 carrots, and choose 2 carrots were kind of on the edge. Choose 3, it's like a 3 in 20 chance of winning. I don't know, it goes in A. Okay, 4 cabbage and 1 water. Feed the bunny. I don't know, still D, I guess. 1 cabbage and 5 water. I don't know, this is on the edge. Okay, random feed the bunny. Roll for cabbage and water amounts. I'd say probably C. Yeah, it's not D, it's not B. It's more fun than just like a choose 5. Okay, we've got boomerang. Placed on somebody who must roll higher than a 13 to survive, and if they do survive, then it goes back around to you. These are the first weapons that use the D20 die, which is fun. I don't know, this is just like it probably kills, and if it doesn't, it's just like worse for you. Like, it's fun if it like goes back and forth, or if you have like a carrot, or not carrot, clovers. I don't know. It's still C. It doesn't do that much. Rock slide, weapon level 14. Well, I guess it is a weapon level. This is a weapon level 13, so it is likely to kill, and the boomerang is just another fun modifier. So it deserves B tier. Rock slide is just weapon level 14. Torque rings, weapon level 15. Mons mag, weapon level 16. So there's coma. So it stops a bunny. So it doesn't kill a bunny, but it stops it from playing pink cards, like cards with a pink rectangle. But you can still use it to win a game. And it almost always goes into effect. I know it's fine, and it's fun when your bunny in a coma wins the game. F-18 Hornet. It's a roaming red run card that goes around clockwise. I don't know. I would put it in A if you didn't have to load 2 bunnies into it. Radio controlled piranha. It just basically insta-kills something. Okay. Plutonium radiation. Placed on a bunny which dies immediately. Adjacent bunnies die for 2 more rounds at the start of the player's turn that had originally used the card. Bunnies with clovers may survive. This is like a board clear, but it's more fun the way it goes about it. Okay, we've got all stores open. This is like a public service and less of like a thing you would want to do. I don't know. I feel like this should be like a play immediately and not a card that you would have to run through unless you really needed a store. I don't know. It's fine. Okay, we've got double free agent. Counts as 2 of any bunny color. So this plus any normal bunny gives you a double run. So it's B tier, it's fine. Okay, we've got Hepdruple Lucky Clover. I know, also B tier. That's, yeah, up to 7. That protects against almost all decent weapons, and it makes some, like, certain kill weapons less likely. We've got Mothership, abducts all the bunnies of a single player. It's more fun, it has... I don't know. I'd say B tier. If somebody has a ton of bunnies, you can just get all of them. Pilfer the Pawn. You roll all the dice, and then the highest number rolled you take from the pawn shop or an enemy. It's fine. It just gives you a pawn, and you need a bunny for it, and you don't get to pick which pawn you get.
What card is that, Eli?
Pilfer the Pawn.
What?
Pilfer
Oh,
the
okay.
Pawn. Okay. So this is half price Rooney. I'm gonna put this in A. So defense cards cost $1, which is really good because that makes a defense card is like probably gonna protect you from most weapons. But buying used weapons from Rooney's are half price and also are immediately used. So this is pretty good. And it completely changes the game. People have to be buying defense cards and then buying weapons from Rooney's to stay, like, competitive. It changes how the game functions, and that's good. Selective disclosure, everybody has to show their runs for, like they reveal their runs, and then the new cards they put in after are face down again. This is fine. I'd say C. It like lets you see the runs, but it doesn't really. It doesn't matter after 2 rounds. Wheels Pawn Shop closed. The pawn shop is introduced now, and it lets you buy bunnies secondhand for $10 or the pawns, and it's fine. But the Wheels Pawn Shop mechanic lets people that don't have a bunny and are getting unlucky but have money or like negotiate for money, it lets them get back into the game. And closing it stops that and also pawns, which are fun. So honestly, I'm gonna put this in D tier because you have to spend your whole turn and then it just makes the game less interesting. Okay, Carrot Top Royale. You roll all the dice, and then if they're all different numbers, you take a carrot and $10 from the market. If 2 dice share the same number, then one of your bunnies dies. And then after you've already won, you can choose to also roll the red die. And if the red die doesn't double, you get an extra $10 and revive 2 bunnies from the discard pile. But if it does double, then all of your bunnies die. Carrots are returned and dollar is discarded. I don't know. This is fun. It's a green pawn P card. I don't know. At most, it gives you like 2 carrots, and then if you do the optional gamble and fail, then you lose all of your carrots. I don't know. B tier, it gives you up to 2 carrots, which is pretty good if you get lucky. Free pawn, you take 2 pawns from the pawn shop. I don't know, it gets pawns out, which is fun. Especially if it doesn't need a bunny or anything, so you can just put that out. Half price coupon for Wells Pawn Shop. You can use it to purchase items from Wells Pawn Shop for half price. It's fine. You can get your bunnies out. It's better for people that they have like $5, which isn't enough to buy a bunny, and then they draw this and they can play it from their hand and just get one out. I don't know, it's C tier. It doesn't really do that much, especially if all the pawns are gone and you have like a decent amount of bunnies. Okay, Incredibly Magic Fountain. Another one that helps disadvantaged players. You roll all the dice and then you pick a number, and then if the number you get bunnies equal to the number of dice that were correct, or the number of dice that rolled the number that you guessed. I don't know. It's better than the other version. It's more fun, and also if there are some like triple specialty bunnies, it's extra fun. Monumentally Mad Donolith Bakery. You roll the red die, and then 10s, 11s, and 12s give you 3 carrots. 7, 8s, and 9s give you 3 cabbage and 3 water cards. 4s, 5s, and 6s make you have to feed your bunny 5 cabbage and 5 water, which is like a decent amount. And then 3, one of your bunny dies. 2, your bunny dies, and then adjacent bunnies also die. And then 1, you lose all your bunnies and carrots. I'd say B tier. It can give you up to 3 carrots, and you have to risk all of your stuff. The only thing is, if you get 1 and you lose all your carrots, they go back to the store, which is just setting back the game. Okay, Super Supply Surprise. It's, you roll all the dice, and then you get supply, like, cards, like bunnies, carrots, cabbage, dollar, water, defense, pawns, and or everything equal to the, depending on the die that rolled lowest. It makes the blue pawn a lot better if you have this card, and also if you have a multitude of pawns, you can influence the dice to try to get the 20-sided die to be lowest, which is really good. Honestly, I'll put these in A just because the fact that they exist makes pawns just better. Very Large Prune Danish. You can feed 1 or any amount of bunnies. This is just, there are unlikely to be more than 1 feed the bunnies out that you care about, so it's just like a normal Very Large Prune Danish. And I've been putting those in C, I'm pretty sure. Bunny on the Edge of Forever. Allows you to replay the current turn. It's very special. It's decent. It lets you like redo your turn if you like rolled badly, or redo somebody else's turn if they like attacked you and you. It also lets you, if you like did something, you flip before you were played a card from your hand, and you wanted to do that, you could. I don't know. It's nice to have. It doesn't really change the game that much. I don't know, B tier. It's fine. Give me a sec. Uriel's Machine. You can counteract any very special card being played, and if it's currently an Equinox or Solstice, then you can keep and use the very special card that they tried to use. So this is pretty good. The Solstice and Equinox thing is one of the things that makes planning Killer Bunnies games more fun, because you have to, if you want to use that, then you kind of really have to schedule games on the Solstice. And it also makes you, it kind of incentivizes you to play Killer Bunnies. You're like, do I really want to play Killer Bunnies? But then you plan a game on the Solstice because it's funny. Either way, it's decent. Counteract's a very special card. There's a large quantity of those, so it's more effective than some of the other ones. I don't know, B tier. Wheelerware exclusively counters Wells Freshness Center. Wells Freshness Center is pretty bad, but this card just counters one other card in the entire 700 plus card deck, which is it's bad. Like, when you have it, it's good because you can counter Wells, but if you don't have it, if Wells isn't around for the whole game, it just does nothing. Okay, we've got Terrible Misfortune. Okay, and then Mordala. Okay, and then we've got Random Dala, where you roll the clear die, and that's how much Dala you get. Honestly, A tier, it doesn't interrupt, it doesn't slow down gameplay or anything, because it's like the Dala. You just play it, you draw it, and then it goes off to the side. And it can give you up more than 10, which is, like, more fun. I don't know. It's fun. And it doesn't really harm the game. Okay, and then the actual Wells Pawn Shop itself. I'm gonna put Wells in A tier, just because so the pawns are fun.
You're not going to be able to have that
Yes,
game
if I
tomorrow.
don't filter stuff.
Have you done any of the 5 assignments?
Mom, I'm live. Okay, and then it also lets you buy bunnies, which is nice to just to have that option when you're behind and you don't have any bunnies out. Okay, the green expansion introduces half-color bunnies, which are fine. They're like slightly more likely to get a triple. I don't know. Congenial goes in B, the rest go in C. They don't really do that anything special other than that. Okay. Choose the carrots, go in B. Feed the bunny. 1 cabbage and 2 water, not worth your time. 4 cabbage and 3 water. Fine card. I forgot where I put the other random feed the bunny. I don't know. Snowball. You have to roll higher than a 13. If it doesn't kill the bunny, it is weapon level 13, and if it misses, it goes to the next bunny, it's weapon level 14, and it goes around until somebody dies. I know, it's a fun weapon. It's like more interactive and stuff. Mudslide, just flat weapon level 14. I don't know. It's fine. Weapon level 15, 16. 7th Whisk. May be played on any bunny which has to roll higher than a 1 7 times in a row to survive. So, in effect, this is kind of really just like a weapon level 7. But it's more fun because you're rolling all the different dice, and it's just goofy to get out. Day of the Dead. Used once by a player to revive 3 bunnies from the discard pile if you can roll 6 on at least 3 of the dice. This has gone out multiple times, and I swear it's never worked. And even if it does, the bunnies have to match the color of the dice that rolled a 6. So if you roll 3 6s, and then there's only specialty bunnies in the graveyard, it really doesn't do you any good. I don't know, D tier. You also have to have a bunny out to play it, and all it does is it gives you bunnies from the graveyard. So, what's the point? I don't know, finger cuffs. Connects the fate of 2 adjacent bunnies. Bunnies share all bunny modifiers. I don't know. I'll put this in C. It's fine, but it only really kind of helps you. That I don't know. High-low cash. Roll the dice, subtract the lowest number from the highest number, and spend that amount of dollar at any store, and you roll the blue, red, and 20-sided die. It's fine. I don't know. It's just like a dollar amount, but you have to get even luckier to get a higher amount, so it's just and you have to run it through. So it's just a worse version of the random dollar. Juxtapose. Force players with saved zodiacs matching the signs on the top and bottom face of the zodiac die to exchange all carrots, save special, very special, and mysterious place cards. So, one thing, exchanging all those cards would be a hassle, and also players have to have zodiacs equal to the top and bottom of the zodiac die, and there are 12 zodiacs and 715 cards, so this isn't really that good. I don't know. Leaf carrots in. You give it to a player, all of the bunnies, you give it to a player, all of their bunnies go onto the ship, and then every round it goes around one, and then either a bunny on the ship is killed, dropped off, or nothing happens. I don't know, it's fine. I don't know, B tier. It at least kills all of a player's bunnies, and then there's a chance they end up somewhere else, which is nice. I don't know. Okay. Octadruple Lucky Clover. Did I put the 7 one over here? I don't know. It's pretty good. You put it out, your bunny becomes basically immune to a lot of weapons, and then other weapons become not good. Okay, we've got Procession. You roll all the dice except for the 20-sided die and the pink die and the white die. And then you keep re-rolling. You can re-roll the dice an amount of times equal to the current month. And if the zodiac sign on the zodiac die is either the player's birth zodiac sign or the current zodiac sign, and the numbers 2, 1, 6, and 10 appear on the non-zodiac dice, then that player can take all the remaining zodiac cards from the draw pile. So this is very complicated. It's not good in January, February, the early months, because it's very unlikely you'll get the 2, 1, 6, and 10. And even if you do win, then it's unfeasible to go through the deck and pull out all the zodiac cards. So you just have to kind of say, oh, I have the rest, but you don't have the cards ready. And then if somebody else draws the zodiac, you have to take it because you technically own it. I don't know. Mid. High prices for Wells Pawn Shop. It just makes pawns more expensive, and you have to spend your turn playing this. Another Wells is closed. Wheels Chocolate. You take the top you roll all the dice, and then you roll all the dice, and then the highest die rolled, you find the top 3 cards from the draw pile with that card back, and you can put those into your hand, and then you can discard surplus cards. So this is a really complicated way to get rid of 3 cards in your hand, but it is decent because there are garbage cards that you don't want in your hand, and then this is also a fun way to incorporate the card backs and stuff. And if you have pawns, you can try to go for a card back that you like. Okay, Zodiac Terminator. force the player with the saved Zodiac card that matches the sign rolled on the Zodiac card, or the Zodiac die, to discard all of his possessions. Draw 7 new cards, and start the game over if any other die roll matches the current day of the month. This card doesn't work 21st and on. It's much, much more likely to work the 1st through the 12th. So somebody has to have a saved Zodiac card. And then you have to roll that Zodiac card on this card, on the Zodiac die, using this. And then one of the other dice rolled has to match up with the date. And then that person loses all their carrots and everything, and then has to restart the game. So, this is really rough for that one player. That one player is having a bad time. And also, all the carrots are returned. All of their carrots are returned, which slows down the game even more. And the game doesn't need to take more than 2 hours. So. And also, like, a third of the time, this card can't even be played. Or is, like, not effective at all. Oh, another free defense. That's fun. I think I put that in B. Gift certificate for Kabbalahs. Roll the yellow die and spend that much at Kabbalah's Market. That's fun. You have to run it through and everything. I don't know. Can give you up to 12. Latte Worm. D tier. For the same reasons. Albino Baby 5000 protects any one player's bunnies from plutonium, diffractable cheese balls, and antimatter raisins for the duration of the game. So, this protects from the one terrible misfortune, the one plutonium weapon, diffractable cheese balls the weapon, antimatter raisins the weapon. So it protects you against 3 weapons. No. Yeah, it protects you from 3 weapons and one terrible misfortune. I don't know. It's got the yellow ball with the red stripe. And it also... I guess... if you get this out and you have the holographic bunny, then your holographic bunny is almost invincible. I don't know. B tier, it's a very special. You can just put it down, not worry about it. Operation Spoil Sport. So if somebody kills another person's bunnies, then you can use this card to make that person, the person that killed the other bunny, lose one of their bunnies. Which is fine. I don't know. You've got... I guess it can be used against people that are winning. I don't know. I feel like people don't use it very often. It's not very effective. Oh, and now we're down to... Okay. A couple left. Rololution. So, when you would be rolling a 12-sided die, you can upgrade it to a d20. This is pretty good in a lot of places. It's very broad. It doesn't help you that much. I don't know. B tier. Okay, couple play immediatelys. Community Carrot. Each player with one saved Zodiac can choose a carrot from Kabbalah's Market. It makes Zodiacs better. It just goes through, gets out carrots. B tier. Terrible Misfortune. Okay. Dala. Okay, we've got the Zodiacs. I don't know the astrology stuff about Zodiacs, so I'm just gonna go off of, I don't know. Okay. All these go in C tier. Scorpio, Libra, and Pisces are B tier. Sagittarius is A tier. Okay, next set. This is a Twilight White. Includes more half-color bunnies. Oh boy. choose a carrots. Feed the bunny 1 cabbage and 4 water. I think I just put that in detail. Well, it has the yellow ball with the red stripe. C tier. Feed the bunny 4 cabbage and 2 water. I guess. Random feed the bunny. Also putting it there. Potentially poisonous plant spores, weapon level 17. Angstrung racket, weapon level 18. Rocket exhaust, weapon level 19. Psychic waves. So you write down one of these 6 symbols on a piece of paper. And then you put this on a bunny. And then that bunny's owner has to guess which symbol you wrote down. And if they guess incorrectly, their bunny dies and it moves clockwise until the next bunny, and the process is repeated until somebody guesses it correctly. This is like a fun event thing, I guess. Guessing is fun, and it's also like the range weapons. Okay, this is where 50-50 weapons are introduced. So, they're fun. Dueling Grandmothers is B tier, if not A tier. These are the black P cards, by the way, which makes the black pawn better. It's pretty good. I don't know. 50-50, it's like weapon level 10. Or, no, not weapon level 10, like weapon level 6. But it's more fun, because more pawns are used and stuff, and they're also the black P card. I think I said barrier goes in B. Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, this is a weapon where the weapon level is equal to the amount of money people collectively donate. So, I'll put this in, I don't know, it feels like it's not really worth the money to donate. But, if you really need to kill a bunny, you can, spend, 12. Calcite Conundrum allows a player to start and maintain a second set of bottom and top run cards. If at any time the player has no bunnies in the bunny circle, then all cards are immediately replaced, and normal play begins again with 7 new cards. This is S tier, to be honest. It gives you a second entire run, and if you have a double run, that's 4 cards per turn, plus any ranks you have. That's pretty good. Okay, and then we've got Carousel. All players who have reached their 30th birthday must roll the dice, green and red. If a player's red die is higher than the green die, then one of their bunnies dies. If the player has no bunnies, they must discard all of their mysterious place cards. This only affects if there's an old, elderly person in the game. Over 30 is pretty old. I don't know. And there's a 50% chance it kills one bunny from all the old people. I don't know. Okay, here's cloning. You can clone any of your single color bunnies, and you must always own both of the bunnies, the original and the clone, and they have to be adjacent at all times. And if the original bunny is abducted, moved, traded, or killed, then the clone will die. I feel like this is honestly D tier, because it's if this was instead just a blue bunny, it would be so much more bad. It would be so much better. Except for the fact that this is guaranteed to let you have a double, this is guaranteed to put you one step closer to a double run, which is fine. I don't know. EM Pulse. Force any player to immediately lose all their defense units. I don't know, this is fine. It's pretty good. Defense is pretty good. I feel like I don't use it as much as I should, but defense just makes you immune to a lot of weapons. Heavenly Halo Handoff. It's one of the yellow P cards. Remove the Heavenly Halo from a bunny and place it under a bunny the same number of spaces away in the bunny circle as rolled. It moves clockwise in the AM. The halo moves clockwise in the AM or counterclockwise in the PM. It relies on the Heavenly Halo being out on the board. Honestly, maybe F. You need the Halo has to be out. And then, so that's 1 in 715. And then, well, not exactly. Like, people will have played a lot of cards. And then you can move the Halo. I don't know. It's useful if you have the Halo, or if somebody else, if anybody gets this, it's good. While as Wheelerware requires, yeah, it's at least D tier. Okay, non-Drupal Lucky Clover, that goes in B tier. It's very good defense against weapons. Orp, Obnoxious Roaming Pest, given to any player, and it roams around, and when it gets to you, one player per round, and when it gets to you, you roll the dice and then lose the value equal to the die that you rolled lowest. I don't know. It's fun. It's not that threatening. The fact that I don't know, the fact that it can get rid of all of your carrots and it goes around doing that is kind of dumb. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in A tier just because it affects the whole game. It goes around. It skips people with Zodiacs, which is another fun thing. Pawn Recall. Force all players to return their pawns to Wells Pawn Shop. Pawns may be purchased again starting with the next player's turn. B tier. It's not fun having all the pawns just like removed from play, especially if Wells Pawn Shop is closed. But being able to like redo the white pawn and stuff is fun. Random rotational roaming. You pick a Bunny, Zodiac, or Mysterious Place card, and it moves clockwise on an even numbered day or counterclockwise on an odd numbered day. Spaces equal to the 20-sided die. Yeah. C or D. It's fine. It can be used on any card. Yeah, you can put it on like a good bunny and then move it around. Recall notice. Force a player to return any one of his carrots to Kabbal's Market. I'm gonna put this in C just because it's like it's fine, but like returning carrots, like I feel like I would feel better if I got a carrot rather than the person that was winning lost a carrot. Shockwave. You place it between two players, and then it pushes all the bunnies of both of their players, one player to the side. It's decent. It's got the yellow ball. At least B tier. It's fun to have all of the bunnies moved around, and it's also fun if you don't expect to get a bunny for a bit, and then one gets pushed into your area. Next, we've got Signs of Portent. Lets you view. So, you roll the Zodiac die, and then you flip up the Zodiac cards from the small deck until you get to one. Until you get to the number on the Zodiac on the die that you rolled. And then that gives you more of a vision of the Zodiac deck. But it doesn't really matter because the winning Zodiac has like a 50% chance of not even being played. And this like gives you around, like on average, vision of 50% of the Zodiacs. I don't know, it's fine. Cheap Wells Pawn Shop. I don't know, B tier, more pawns being played. It's fine. Zodiac's Thief allows a player to steal saved Zodiac cards from any opponent with the same sign as rolled on the top and bottom faces of the Zodiac die. So you roll the Zodiac die, and then you can steal any amount, steal all the saved Zodiacs from players with the Zodiac, players whose own, like, personal Zodiac is the top and bottom faces of the die that rolled. It's fine. The die could just roll bad, or the players could just not have. The players could just not have any Zodiacs. So there's a high likelihood this will do nothing. I don't know. And then even if it does succeed, you get like 2 Zodiacs, 1 Zodiac, which don't really matter. Bonanza lets you take a cabbage card, water card, defense card, and pawn from any open stores. I don't know. It's fine. It's like free cabbage and free water, but it also gives you a defense and pawn. Gives you some diversity and defense. Forever Fed. The player with his card saved has no need to feed. If at any time the player has no bunnies in the bunny circle, then Forever Fed is discarded. I'd say that this is like... It's fine, but not a lot of games go feed the bunny focused, and also, even if it does, it goes away if you don't have any bunnies out. I don't know, it's pretty mediocre. 2 free pawns. It's fine. It's decent. You get the pawns. They're fine. Nice. Okay, you can take any weapon from Rooney's with the same level or lower as the number rolled on the d20. And then you must immediately use it on a player. So this is nice late game once there's a lot of good weapons, but you can just roll low and then get nothing. I don't know. It lets you immediately use a weapon, which is better than a lot of things. Rooney's gift certificate. Roll the black die and then spend that much dollar at Rooney's. It's fine. But Rooney's is pretty mid. I don't know, it's free. You can play it from your hand. You don't need a bunny. You can pick up some defense cards even if you roll low. The golden ratio. Okay, give me a second. May be used once by 2 players, one with 8 carrots and one with 5 carrots. Each player may choose a carrot from Cabala's market and take a Zodiac card from any opponent. If either player owns the yellow pawns, then the rewards are doubled. Gotta love the yellow pawn. Choosing carrots is nice. It almost never comes up where you're in the situation to use this and have the card. So it's pretty bad. The yellow pawn reward is... It makes it so that in total you gain 4 carrots, which is pretty good. But you need to have specific amounts, and you can, like, end up, like, giving carrots away to other people to get to, like, the right amount, which is dumb. Maybe use once... Retrieval. Maybe used once by a player to retrieve and immediately use any of the last 5 run cards played from the discard pile. That's pretty good. If there's, like, a card you like, you can just use it. And it also includes weapons and bunnies and stuff. Like, yeah, if a bunny is played and then dies, you could take it. Okay, give me a sec. Okay. Blue Angels may be used once by a player to eliminate the Sea Whiz Mount, Clumsy Congenial, Anti-Missile, Boomerang, Flying Fritters, Vampire Bats, or Bunny Dearest. May be used at any time and kept for the entire game if the player owns the blue pawn. It's another one of those cancel a list of things. Being able to keep it and cancel all of them if you have the blue pawn is, I think, what sets it apart. It's nice. I think there's like special rules for that also if you have the blue pawn. Defense card suspender may be used once by a player to suspend the use of all defense cards for 1 round of play. It's a very special, so you can just play that. I don't know. It's nice if people have defense cards and are relying on them. B or C? Probably C. May be used once by a player to return any one bunny that was forced from a player for any reason except death back to the previous owner. May be used at any time, even after the winning zodiac sign has been revealed. So what they're trying to hint to at the end there is, once you win the zodiac, you can take somebody else's bunny, but if you use this card, you can take your bunny back. It's pretty nice. There's not a lot of situations where you lose a bunny in that way, though, so I don't know, B tier just for the, because it's a C tier card, but also being able to use it after the winning zodiac bumps it up, I'd say. Weapon booster may be used once by a player to boost the weapon level of any weapon placed on any bunny by the amount rolled. It's a very special, and you roll the black die and add that amount to any weapon. All weapon ranges remain unchanged, may be used at any time. So, this is fine. I don't know. It's a very special, so it doesn't really take up a turn or anything, and it just makes the weapon better. I don't know, B tier. The white stuff. The player with this card saved has exclusive use of the white die, which may be rolled and substituted for the roll of any other 12-sided die during any time during play, may be used once per card consequence. Definitely A tier, maybe S. No. It's really good. It lets you reroll the white die. Or not reroll. It lets you use the white die on anything, and you can just swap out, which is really nice. There's also multiple cards that trade for it. So when it is out, when the white stuff is out, that like makes those cards more useful. Melding card. Melding. Every player must choose 2 cards of his 5-card hand and pass them to the adjacent player counterclockwise. So this is like a fun idea, but I think in reality what's going to happen is everybody just passes their garbage cards to the left, so you get new unique garbage. It's a play immediately, which is, it is pretty fun. I don't know, B tier, and we've got Terrible Misfortune, and Dala. Stainless Steel. Okay, this adds the super bunnies. They kill all other bunnies of their color. And they use the 20-sided die for weapons instead of the black D12. On every weapon. So that's pretty nice. They also give you a double run. Just once you get them. I'd say... I don't want to dilute the A tier, but they're all pretty good. They kill multiple they might kill multiple bunnies when they come out, and they also like make other bunnies not able to be used. They aren't B tier. Okay, they gotta go in A tier. Okay, we've got some Choose the Carrots. Feed the Bunny, 2 cabbage and 3 water, D tier. 2 cabbage and 4 water, B tier, I guess. 5 cabbage and 1 water, also C tier. Yeah, these might kill a bunny. Okay, Pumpkin Ridge, weapon level 13. If it misses the player you targeted, then that person rolls the zodiac die, and then this weapon targets a bunny belonging to anyone with the zodiac symbol rolled. So it's like, it's more fun than a normal 13 level weapon. Weapon level 15, weapon level 17. Ooh, sharks with freaking laser beams. Weapon level 19. Ooh, dated weapons. They're attack value is based off of the current date, and then what you do for them is you add the 12 and 20 sided dice together for the total. Like, you roll those. They're fun. They're situational, as in you want to play later in the month. Oh, and also, if you're born on the 17th of any month, then you're immune to dated weapons. So these are either A or B tier. I don't know. They aren't that interesting. Defector Deuce or something. I don't know how to spell that. Deux. Played on 2 adjacent bunnies in the bunny circle. All players roll a die. Highest roller gets both bunnies. The player that runs the card rolls twice. So you play this, you pick 2 bunnies. Everybody rolls for them. They don't have to be the same players, so if there's 2 people with 1 bunny each, you can make both of them have a chance of losing the bunny. I don't know. It's B tier. It's fun. Ground Zero. Placed on any bunny, forcing the next weapon revealed by any player with at least 1 bunny in the circle to target that bunny. So if you don't like a bunny, you can just put it on them, and then nobody can play a weapon that doesn't target this bunny. Which is nice. It's pretty good. I don't know. It's more fun than just targeting a bunny itself, because now all the weapons in the runs will just go at that one bunny. Okay. Hostile Pentecostal. May be placed on any bunny which has to roll higher than 15 on the 20-sided die, and then it moves around once every round, attacking a bunny clockwise. And then you can play any bunny, or you can play any weapon to kill this. I think I forgot to mention for this and the one of the other roaming red run cards that can be targeted by weapons is, if you play, this is a use for your scissors and your whisks where they're worthless, and the only thing you can use is them for is like these type of things. Decadruple Lucky Clover lowers the strength of any weapon targeting of the bunny by 10. That's B, I guess. Miracle Growth doubles the amount of Lucky Clovers on any one bunny. This is decent. It requires clovers to be out, and if it's like 1, it doesn't really matter. I don't know. I'd say it's like B or C. I don't know. It requires clovers to be out, and then that bunny already has clovers, so it doesn't change things that much. Neutronium Barrier may be placed between any 2 adjacent players and stops weapons. Yeah, so it's like a normal barrier, but roaming red run cards don't bounce off. Instead, they're eliminated when they go into they hit the barrier. And also it can't be destroyed by European titanium termites. It's fine. Barriers were already in B. This is also in B, because it doesn't change that much. 1943. You roll all the dice except for the 20-sided die and the zodiac die. And then you can re-roll them up to 3 times. You can re-roll them up to 2 times. And if you get the numbers 1, 9, 4, and 3 on at least 1 die each, then you can take any or all steel cards from the 5-card hand of any one player and replace them with cards from your own hand. So if you have a ton of garbage and then play this and it succeeds, then you get to take the steel cards from somebody else's hand. Which is fine, but also, like, that doesn't do much. Yeah. Okay, relocation. You move a barrier to a new location, can't move a neutronium barrier. So there's only like 4 or 5 barriers in the deck, and this doesn't even like do anything cool, it just moves one. Which is like fine. But unless you like really didn't like a barrier position, it's mostly just used because you want a barrier in a position that you like. So you'll play this to move a different barrier. But if there isn't a barrier out, it literally does nothing. Okay, steal the one. All opponents must reveal any card in their 5-card hand with a card ID that ends in 1. The player may steal any one card from any opponent and replace it with any card from his hand. So, this is useful. No, it isn't. It isn't useful. It's bad. People probably aren't gonna have ones. Maybe like 1 or 2 people will. And then I guess you can swap your garbage for whatever the one card is. Maybe it's good. I don't really like it. Straight up, each die may be rolled up to 3 times. It's just the basic 5. If you can get 5 consecutive numbers from the 5 dice you're rolling, you can take a saved special or very special card from each opponent. If their numbers also are in the color order shown, purple, orange, green, yellow, or blue, in either up or down, then the player may take all of the saved special, very special, zodiac, and mysterious place cards from any one opponent. This card isn't that good. A lot of the time, the saved specials you'll have protect from like 1 or 2 things, and you're just putting them out because you don't have anything better to play, and those things never show up. And then this lets you take those from other players if you get really lucky. This card benefits a lot from pawns, I guess. I don't know. It's mid. Triple or Trouble. This is a fun card. Honestly, I'm gonna put it in A. You gamble any amount of dollar. If the green is highest, roll. Yeah, if the green die is highest, then you triple the amount of dollar you risked. If it's not the highest, then you lose the amount you risked. Okay, up for grabs. You choose a carrot, like mentally, and then everybody else guesses the carrot. And if they didn't guess it correctly, you get that carrot from wherever it was. And then you repeat this until somebody guesses it correctly. This is fine. It can give you some carrots. It's a fun like activity for the table to do. In like 2-player games, it's overpowered and can give you like up to 10 carrots almost, like if you get lucky, which is really nice. Where no bunny has gone before, may be used once to launch any bunny into space. The first player to roll a 12 on any die while playing any card will get the bunny. The bunny may be retrieved by any player using bunnies in black. Okay, this gives another use to bunnies in black, which is nice. Yeah, it exists. It's like slightly worse than just straight up killing the bunny. The bunny landing is fun. I'm just gonna put it in C because it's just, I don't know. It's guaranteed to get rid of the bunny, and it also lands somewhere, which is fun. And it makes cards like 1943 and Straight Up better because those are likely to roll a 12 at some point, which would drop the bunny down in your area. Zodiac Exchange may be used once to force any player to exchange 2 of his zodiacs for 1 of yours. So this is bad because to play it correctly, like actually use it, you have to have 1 zodiac, and somebody else has to have 2 zodiacs, which is kind of unlikely. And another thing, you have to get zodiacs don't really matter. You don't care about having an extra zodiac. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in D tier. Duct tape. You can combine any number of weapons in your hand, weapon level 1 through 9, and launch them at the same bunny. Each weapon is rolled individually. So if you have like 4 garbage weapons in your hand and you get this, you can combine, just like use them all at the same time and clear out your hand. So, and it might even kill the bunny you're targeting. I don't know, C tier. Free cabbage, free water. We've already discussed those. Gift certificate Wells. Roll the red die and then spend that much at Wells shop. It's fine. But if you get under a 5 and the prices are stable, then it gives you nothing unless you spend your own money. Japanese Rabbit Trap may be given to any player and allows roaming red run cards to enter his space in the bunny circle but not to leave. It's discarded immediately when the player has no bunnies down. So if you don't like somebody, you can put this down in front of them, and then roaming red run cards will run around repeatedly, hitting all of their bunnies until they're all gone. Which is nice. Situational. Relies on roaming red run cards being played to actually have a use. MRE may be used once by a player to lower any pending Feed the Bunny to half the original values. So this is a special card. So you have on your turn, you have pending Feed the Bunny, and you spend your turn playing this card from your hand to have its value, and it's probably like a 2/3. So now you saved like 1 cabbage and 1.5 water. I don't know. It's pretty bad, and it also this card is the reason why half cabbage and half water exist, which is not a valid. They're bad, and nobody likes them, so that's not good. Magnetic Shielding allows a player to immediately counteract EM Pulse before losing all of his defense cards or eliminate the Taurus Ring. This is the equivalent of Maggots or Diverse Portfolio or Noah's Flood, but for defense cards. It's not that good. It only blocks 2 cards, and it has the yellow ball with the red stripe, which is, I guess, fine. Ultimate Pawn Power allows a player with his card saved to discard 1 undesired card per turn that has the same back color as any owned pawn. A new card is drawn immediately. If at any time the new player has no bunnies down, then the player has no bunnies down, then the Ultimate Pawn Power is discarded. This is good at clearing out junk from your hand when you have pawns. Yeah. I don't know. B tier. If you're going pawn, it's nice. Electron Tunneling may be used once by a player to penetrate barriers with ranged weapons. Tunneling does not penetrate a neutronium barrier. May be used at any time. So you're putting down a nuke, and then you play this to make the nuke pass through a barrier. But that relies on you playing a ranged weapon and there being a barrier that you actually care about penetrating, which is not a lot of the time. I don't know. D tier. Every cloud has a steel lining. May be used once by a player to increase or decrease any single die roll by 1. May be used at any time. I don't know. B tier, it's nice. It doesn't do that much. It's not crazy, but you can sell it and stuff, and it's nice. Happy Scrappy Hero Pop may be used once to immediately return any carrot that was taken or stolen from any player. It may also eliminate Black Cat or Zodiac Terminator. Zodiac Terminator was the bad card earlier. Black Cat gets rid of your clovers, so it can protect your clovers, stop Zodiac Terminator. The real thing is just returning carrots that are taken from you. I don't know. It's fine. It's very special. I guess returning your carrots is pretty fun. Temporal Flux may be used once by a player to automatically play the next card, thereby skipping all the player's turns in between. Play continues in the same direction as before. So you use this, and then you flip your top red card. So you can skip somebody's... if you just, don't like the guy to your right, you can use this to skip their turn. Or you can just use it during your turn to take an extra turn. I don't know, it's nice. It messes with the flow of play. B tier. Weapon Reducer may be used once by a player to reduce any weapon level by the amount rolled on the black die. All weapon ranges remain unchanged. May be used at any time. It's fine. there are a lot of weapons. That's like the one thing. Every set adds like 8 weapons, so this is always useful on either your bunnies or other people's bunnies. Okay, terrible misfortune. We've got the Zodiac play immediately. You roll the Zodiac die, and then if it's the Zodiac die rolls the like the element that the card corresponds to, then you get to take one down card like Bunny, Carrot, special, very special, mysterious place, Zodiac. One of those cards from every other player. Which is nice. It only happens 1/4 of the time, but they're play immediately, so it just goes through. I don't know, they're nice, they're pretty powerful, they shake up the game. Okay, and so we've got normal dollar go here, $10 goes here, and then there's the $50 card, where it technically doesn't do anything, because it's just $1, you draw it and you keep drawing. So I'm not gonna like put it lower, and it works with half price coupons. I don't know, B tier. Just 3 more, and then I'm free. Lovely pink bunnies. There's pink congenial. Has 5 cabbage and 5 water. That's fine. It stops. Like, feed the bunny cards. Oh my goodness. Gleeful bunny. Spend $5 per turn at any store, any open store. Dollar may not be saved till another turn. This is nice because you can buy a pawn or a cabbage water or defense, and it also works at high prices. It's not quite A tier. It's just a nice thing per round, and it's a bunny. We've got the lumbering bunny, where it's just a bunny, but it starts with 5 clovers. Also decent. We've got Sinister Bunny. It has a bounce away force field. Any weapon that directly targets this bunny, but is not successful, you get to pick where the weapon goes, which is better than the other one, because that one didn't let you pick where the weapon goes. I don't know, this gives... It's not quite A tier, because it doesn't... It isn't A tier because most of the time people just won't shoot you, and even if they do, it won't necessarily hit the person you're targeting. Okay, and then you've got Timid Bunny. The player with this bunny may substitute the roll of the pink die for any of his other dice rolls during play. So basically, this is like the white stuff, which is really good. I didn't put it in S tier. Okay. But this isn't as good as the white stuff, because if you kill the bunny, it's gone. Choose a carrot. Feed the bunny. Fine. Feed all your bunnies 2 cabbage and 2 water. This is also fine. Everybody feed a bunny 2 cabbage and 2 water. I don't know. Twister may be placed on any single color bunny which must roll higher than a 14 to survive. Once Twister has targeted a particular color of bunny, it will not target that color of bunny again. It's a weapon level 14. Twister continues by attacking 1 bunny per round of play clockwise around the bunny circle. If Twister has no more viable targets, then the storm is discarded. So, it's a roaming red run, weapon level 14, and it will go away after targeting every color of bunny. It's fine. It's a fun thing. Fun mechanic. Leaky Tiki Torch, weapon level 16. Wood Chipper, weapon level 18. Necrophasky may be played on any bunny. Roll the pink die to determine the range of the weapon. If the pink die's roll is the same as the numerical value of the current month, or if the zodiac die rolled is the same as the current zodiac sign, then no harm comes to any bunny, and Necrophasky is shuffled back into the draw pile. So this is like a weird, like, sometimes it doesn't do anything. Other times it is a very powerful ranged weapon because it's a weapon level 20, so it will kill the bunny, and if the pink die is anything high, it will kill a lot of other bunnies. I don't know. It being shuffled into the drop pile is a pain because then you have to like shuffle it in the drop pile. As I've mentioned several times before, it can be 700 plus cards. Okay, and then we've got two more 50-50 weapons. They're fine. I guess they're black P cards and stuff. Another two more dated weapons. Oh yeah, ranks are added now. Bidder's End may be used once by a player to take all of the enlisted bunnies in the bunny circle if the orange, yellow, and pink die that you roll is less the total value is less than 10 or greater than 29. Yeah, that's fine. It relies on there being any amount of enlisted bunnies out, which is there's only 6 ranked cards in the deck, but there's more added later. I don't know. Say C tier. It probably won't do anything. Blanche, I don't know. May be placed under any bunny and removes its coloring, turning it into a free agent. Red and pink bunnies lose their special features. So free agents are good, but this is only really useful against red and pink bunnies, and there aren't that many of them. I guess it's useful against half-color bunnies, if that's a factor. I don't know. It's fine. Blue bunny group. It's mid. I think I've already talked about it's like red light district. Yeah. Bunny Graz may be used once by a player to return any number of his cabbage, water, or defense cards to their draw piles. So if you draw like half cabbage, one cabbage, half water, one water, and you don't like them, and then you roll 3 of the same number or 3 consecutive numbers on the purple, green, and yellow die using this card, you can re-roll your cabbage and water. But that doesn't really matter. Just buy more. If this was a $10 instead, you could just buy 2 more cabbage and a water. The church bunny, basically, you pick someone with a lot of save specials, they put them into their hand, and then you pick random cards from their hand until you don't pull a special out of their hand. And then you save all of the specials that you got. Like, it's fine. Everybody always has saved specials, so it's okay. Hendecadruple Lucky Clover. Yeah. Mother Tucker may be used once by a player to force any opponent to return carrots to Cabal's Market. If he cannot, roll at least 1 double on all the dice, excluding the Zodiac and 20-sided die. The number of carrots returned to Cabal's Market is the same as the highest number rolled on the dice. So, this probably won't do anything because there's so many dice, and if they have pawns, then they're more likely to be fine. It's fine. Isn't it like if you have Tucker, you're immune to it, though? Yeah. Okay. Returning carrots isn't always fun. Especially if you're more likely to use cards like this on a person with a lot of carrots. That would slow down the game even more. Like, if the game takes 2 hours and you return 10 carrots, it's gonna take another hour from 1 card. I don't know. It's fine. It probably won't even go through, though. So I'm gonna put in C. Okay, these are not yet. Okay. Yeah. Pinky Tuscahero. A pink bunny that can reposition in the bunny circle in between turns. So it's still your bunny and you have it, but you can move it around. So that's fine. It makes it a little special. It's less likely to form a triple for you because it's a pink. I don't know, B tier. It's fun. Rank exchange may be used once by a player to force any opponent to exchange the rank card under any of his bunnies for the rank card under any of your bunnies. So this is useful sometimes. There aren't a lot of ranks, but after Onyx and Khaki, there's like 18 ranks in the deck, so this is much, much better than like Zodiac Exchange. And ranks are pretty big with the card from your hand. I don't know. B. Tybo, or Tybo, I don't know. Maybe used once by a player to take all the discarded cabbage and water cards and to shuffle them back into their drop piles. This is a nice refresh. It makes Feed the Bunny cards worse. I don't personally really like it. Also, it's a run card, so it's not even like you can't... There's never a situation where you can urgently play this to respond to a threat. You just have to, like, kind of do it because you have nothing else better to play. I don't know. C tier. Tug of War may be used once by a player to challenge any opponent. Both players roll 12-sided dice equal to the number of bunnies that each player has in the bunny circle. Okay. I need to reread this. May be used once by a player to challenge any opponent. So you pick an opponent and challenge them. And then both people roll 12-sided dice equal to the amount of bunnies that they have. And add the numbers together. The player with the lower total loses all of his bunnies. So, if you have a lot of bunnies, this is good. And if you get lucky, you can also kill all of the bunnies of someone that has a lot of bunnies. I don't know, it's a fun thing. B tier. Viva Las Vegas may be used once by a player to challenge any opponent. The stakes are determined by the player and may be any amount of Dala, Saved Zodiacs, or Mysterious Place cards. Both players roll 3 12-sided dice and keep all rolls of 7. The first player to get 3 7s is the winner. I don't know, it's a fun thing. Appetite Suppressant may be used once by a player to lower the amounts of cabbage and water units on any pending Feed the Bunny card by the amounts rolled on the dice. This is like Weapon Reducer, but for Feed the Bunny cards, it's fine. Yeah, because it's rolled on the dice, it's not reliable. You can't rely on this to deal with a Feed the Bunny. It's fine, though. I guess C tier. Bingo Flamingo may be used once by a player to steal 5 carrots from any opponent if the numbers of those carrots form an unbroken chain on the bingo card. Diagonals do not count. So there's the bingo card. And you have to form an unbroken chain of 5 numbers that correspond to carrots that somebody has, and then you can take all of them. But you only can take all of them if the person rolls the clear and pink die and doesn't get any of the 5 numbers of the things you're stealing. Bingo Flamingo is a pain because you have to like watch everybody's carrot amounts, and then you can get the pink or pawn to use it multiple times. It's mid. Paradise Syndrome. The player with his card saved will be skipped by all roaming red run cards or may be used once to eliminate the stray asteroid. If at any time the player has no bunnies in the bunny circle, then Paradise Syndrome is discarded. So, eliminating the asteroid is nice. I appreciate that it isn't just eliminate the asteroid or like one other thing. It has a use, and there are a decent quantity of roaming red run cards, so I say it's at least C tier. I don't know. I'd say it's only C tier because you lose it if you don't have any bunnies. Day old bread may be used once by a player to postpone the feeding of any bunny by one turn. I'm gonna put this in D. I've never seen a player use day old bread effectively. If you don't have the cabbage and water to feed the bunny, you aren't gonna have it next time either. Probably. Unless you have something in your run that's gonna cure you of all problems. Pink slip lets you play a pink card without the rectangle. Like a card with the pink rectangle, and you can play it without having a bunny. Honestly, I'm gonna put this in C tier just because all the cards with the pink rectangles, like 90% of the time, are offensive cards. So if you're using an offensive card while you don't have a bunny, then that's still not helping you really much at all. The only use is really just like choose carrots. Like somebody kills your bunny and you have like a choose 3 carrots in your run, you can use this and get the carrots anyway. I don't know. You can also sell it to other people that have their bunnies killed. I don't know. I guess factoring in you putting out a good card and then your bunny dies, this is good. Also, if there's an AoE weapon that will kill all the bunnies on the board and you don't have one anyway, you can use this and not have to worry about it. Transcendental Run may be used once by a player to transform a run card into a very special card, may be used at any time. So this is pretty good. Honestly, I'd say it's A tier level because you can just put out any card. You can use a weapon on somebody's bunny right before their turn. And it's a very special, so you just will draw up and not have to worry about it. You can use it to basically take an extra turn if you want. Velcros may be used once by a player to stop any action that moves his bunnies from their place in the bunny circle. Cannot be used to save bunnies that are killed or discarded. May be used at any time. This is fine. I don't know. It feels like there aren't a lot of things that move your bunnies. It is a very special. Put it down here. Still got more. Just a couple. Famine, Pestilence, and Death. Every player without a saved Zodiac card must immediately feed one of their bunnies 1 cabbage and 1 water unit. Play immediately. This can kill basically all the bunnies, which is a fun thing, I guess. It adds another use to Zodiacs. I don't know, C tier. Well, I guess it does also encourage stockpiling cabbage and water. At least B. Terrible Misfortune, Terrible Misfortune. And then we've got Dala. Okay, and then these are the ranks. I don't know. I'd say all of them are B tier because it's unlikely that you and somebody else will both have ranks. So effectively, they just all give you another card from your hand. This one adds half reds. They're just like normal half color bunnies, but they like have partially the ability. Like the Sinister Bunny is immune to weapon levels 1 through 6 is the Force Field's ability, which is actually better than the other one if you think about it, because this gives it like it's kind of like having a clover value of 6. I don't know. We've got Gleeful Bunny. It has an allowance of $1. Pretty mid. bunny with 1 clover. Timid bunny. The player with his bunny may reroll any 1 die 1 time during his turn only. Okay, we've got choose a carrots. Feed the bunny dated cabbage may be played on any bunny, which must feed an amount of cabbage the same as the last digit of today's date by the end of its next turn or die, along with dated water. And if the person you played on was born on the 17th, they have to feed double the amount. These are pretty good. Feed the bunnies. They're a fun thing. It's based off the last digit, so it's more balanced. We've got more 50-50 weapons. I think I was putting those in here. No. I don't know. They're fine. Dated weapons. Also there. Army of the 12 Bunnies may be played on any bunny, which must roll higher than the current hour to survive. The army is moved to the next bunny clockwise. The number is lowered by 1. The cycle continues until the number is 0. And they have to roll a 12-sided die. So if you play this at noon or midnight, it's really good. And it can kill up to 12 bunnies. Honestly, because I've been putting these range weapons in A tier, I've probably got to put this one in too, because it's more fun and stuff. Oh, and it all happens at the same time. It's not a roaming red run card. Athena, it's just like Blue Bunny Group or Red Light District. Okay, B flat. The first player to balance their front door key on its edge may choose a carrot from Kabbalah's Market. This is just like a worse version of a choose a carrot. I guess it's like a fun thing with the keys. But it's really just like who has a key and who doesn't have a key. Better Bunny Booster may be used once to change any regular bunny into a pink bunny, giving the special feature for that type of bunny. It's like the Red Bunny Booster, but better. I don't know, B tier at least. Bottoms Up may be used once to exchange the positions of any opponent's top and bottom run cards. Doesn't really do anything. Like, maybe turn 1 you use this and then you swap their bunny and their choose 2 carrots that they drew. It really doesn't do much. Bunny Dearest may be played on a single color bunny, which has to roll higher than the current month on a 12-sided die. The same color as that bunny. And then every bunny of that same color must also roll. It's fine. It relies on a single colored bunny being out, which is either one of like the special bunnies or is just like one of the basic ones. Like it doesn't include half color bunnies or specialty bunnies or anything. I don't know. C tier. The Bunny Mooners may be used by or given to any player who has been playing killer bunnies for less than a year. The player must choose a carrot from Kabbalah's Market or an opponent. Like, this is fine, but who's not been playing killer bunnies for a year? Like, I don't think they deserve the carrot. The player Bunny Shop Quartet. The player receives any pawn that is the same color as any die that rolled a 4 from either Wells or an opponent. So you can take a pawn. You can take pawns. You can take 1 pawn equal to the color that you rolled on the dice. Equal to the 4. You heard the card. It's fine. It gives you a free pawn. That's about it. You need a bunny to play it. May be given to any player whose die rolls for the next single card that requires a die roll. All have a value of 9. Good for Donald's Bakery, bad for Carrot Top Casino. I don't know. It isn't like a special or anything, so there's like less negotiation. I don't know. Goofy. Doesn't do very much. Joint custody may be placed under an opponent's bunny and allows a player to share ownership and privileges of the bunny. Custody is lost when the bunny is moved or removed from the bunny circle. It's fine. It's like a replacement for a bunny. If you don't have a bunny, it doesn't need a bunny to play, which is nice. It can let you take advantage of ranked bunnies. I don't know, C tier. Locked in. May be used once by a player to force an opponent to play his top and bottom run cards on his next turns. With the S in turns in brackets. I know D tier, it stops them from playing a special card on their turn instead of playing their normal card. I'm pretty sure that's it. Which isn't very good at all. The Lonely Ranger, a blue bunny that roams the board clockwise, or counterclockwise, and belongs to a new player every round. I don't know, it's a fine thing, but also, I'm putting it in C tier just because of the fact that you put this out instead of a normal bunny, and then it's just running around. Decadruple Lucky Clover. I've got to put this in A at this point. It completely just eliminates any weapon that's weapon level is 12 or lower, so all of the normal weapons until the 20-sided die was introduced. Okay. I still don't even know how this card works entirely. Mad Bunny Disease may be given to a player whose bunnies all become infected. The player loses 1 carrot at the start of each turn until all his bunnies have been eliminated. I think they meant to say loses 1 bunny, but I'm not sure. Maybe they intended it this way. Traded bunnies may infect other players' bunnies, so if you give it away, it can also infect other bunnies. I don't know. It's fine. It basically kills all of somebody's bunnies, if that's what they meant, or it eliminates all their carrots, which is even worse. And then you have to, like, find some way to kill your bunnies. I don't know. The traded bunnies infect other people is funny, but also I don't think you would seriously accept a bunny from someone like this. I know it's fine. It kills all of somebody's bunnies. Mata Harry may be used once by an opponent to look at any opponent's 5-card hand. It's a run card. It's fine. It doesn't really matter what's in other people's hands. It matters what's in the run. Because if you have a good card in your hand, you're going to play it immediately into your run, and you don't get to see those. Quantum Chromodynamic Pulse. Each player with a free agent, double free agent, or blank bunny in the bunny circle must roll. The bunny becomes colors of the highest die rolled, and there's purple, orange, green, yellow, and blue. This is bad. Like, so it doesn't even kill the free agent, or the blocked, or the double free agent. It just colors them. And this card is a run card that you would play, and you need a bunny to play it, and all it does is colors the free agents if there are any out. Refried Peas. I'm going to put this in C because it's very situational. May be used once by a player to take any special P card from the discard pile. The card may be used immediately or saved. So the P cards are pretty good. Like, some of them are. Some of them are bad. So this lets you take a card from the discard pile and use it again. So this is really good if it was your P card that you played, but it's not good at all if like there aren't any good ones in the discard pile, or they're just, I don't know. I guess it's B tier because it lets you choose from other P cards, and there's a lot of them, so there's probably at least one good one in the discard pile. If any combination of numbers roll, so you roll the orange, green, yellow, red, and pink dice, and if any combination of numbers rolled adds up to 30, then the player may take any weapon card from Rooney's Weapons Emporium and launch it immediately. So this is just like a earlier Rooney's card I think we had, but it's like more conditional and stuff. I don't know. half price Roonies is like much more game invigorating, I'd say, than this. I don't know. It can give you a weapon sometimes. Rolling dice is fun. Maybe give truth or hair. Maybe given to an opponent who must state the title of his top run card. If the player correctly determines that the opponent is telling the truth, he may take one. Okay, so you have to say what your top run card is, and then if the other person identifies if the person is lying or not correctly, then he may take one of the opponent's bunnies. If the opponent cannot determine correctly, then he must give the opponent a bunny. True. That's mid. I guess it's kind of hard to prove unless you have all the cards memorized. Oh, wrong side. Venus Cycle. May be used by a player to choose a carrot if at least 1/8 is rolled from all the dice, minus the Zodiac and D20. If the current year is 2009, 2017, or 2005, then choose 4 carrots. So this is only good in like a year and a week. Well, so it's a choose a carrot sometimes right now, but it's to choose 4 carrots sometimes in a year and a week. So it's fine. I don't know. Like, yeah, normal choose a carrot isn't here. Carpe Scribblita may be used once by a player to take all saved danishes from all opponents except the player who owns the violet pawn. It makes the violet pawn slightly better. There aren't that many danishes at all, and even if you took them all, you don't use danishes that often. I don't know, I'd say it's C tier. You don't really care. 2-time Tizzy Toss. The player with his card saved may re-roll both the 20-sided die and Zodiac die once a time, each per card consequence. Rolling the Zodiac die is fun for a lot of things, and rolling the 20-sided die is good for a lot of weapons and stuff. So being able to do both of those is nice, especially when you can't use pawns for them. Get out of death free. May be used once by a player to immediately bring any one bunny back to life. Must be used during the same turn as the death. May be used at any time. So this is like all the cards that protect your bunny from dying once, but it's all of them. So I don't know. At least B tier. It has to be used on your own bunnies to get it back. Sky Waitress may be used by a player to move a weapon from the original target bunny to an adjacent bunny in the bunny circle. May be used at any time. Like, this is fine. I'm gonna move Get Out of Death Free over here just because it can be used on any bunny. Or it protects from everything because it just lets the bunny die and brings it back. Wait, no. I am bringing it back down because once the bunny dies, it loses its ranks and clovers. And bunny modifiers. Okay, Tachyon Turnaround. Allows a player to counteract Baker Street, Bunny on the Edge of Forever, Bunny to the Future, or Temporal Flux. May be used at any time. That's a list of, like, 4 cards that it counters out of 715. Like, it's fine. It's a very special. Play immediately. $10. Ranks. Where did I put all the ranks? I think I put them all in B tier, didn't I? Yeah. These are the officer ranks. I'm gonna put the 5 and 6 in A tier, just because they just immediately go out, and they also give you control over the rest of them. Okay, final stretch. Okay, this is Onyx. It's the last set. It introduces celebrity bunnies. So we've got all singles and doubles, I'd say, are the same as like specialty bunnies, so they go in C. And then the triple specialty bunnies are B at least, or triple celebrity. Okay. Extra Super Red has all the abilities of red bunnies and the advantages of super bunnies. I'm gonna put this in A tier because it's, yeah, the abilities and advantages. And Extra Super Pink, I'm gonna put in S tier too. Just because there's so many things. Okay, choose a carrots. Feed the bunny. Yeah. Okay, these are the gendered weapons. They're just like, they're about a 50% chance of killing the person, the bunny, sorry, but they can only be used by you, like, less than half the time, and they can only be used against the player you want to target less than half the time. So they're just bad. I don't know, I'm putting them all on D. Adventures in Bunny Sitting. So, there are several cards in the Onyx set that expect you to have Kinder Bunnies. And I don't have Kinder Bunnies, so I don't like them. F tier. I don't think anyone's watching. Alliteration Situation allows a player to retrieve any card from the discard pile that has a title beginning with the same letter as the player's first name. The card retrieved must be used immediately, and this is a run card. Really depends on your name. Maybe should have gotten a better name. I don't know. Might be good for some people. C tier, I guess. Unless you like look through the discard pile and there's something you really want. You signed the legal document to change your name to Sean so you can get Super Supply Surprise out of the discard pile. The Ambassador Bunny, a violet bunny that is owned by one player but is placed in another player's area in the bunny circle. It's just like a normal bunny, but like a little bit more fun. Okay, must be maybe used once by a player to move all cabbage in Cabal's Market to the discard. Honestly, this is A tier, not for like just being good, but because it makes Feed the Bunnies so much better once all the cabbage is in the discard pile. Okay, and then we've got Arctic Caribou, may be used once by a player to freeze any opponent's food supply. Arctic Caribou is removed once the opponent kills any bunny in the bunny circle, or in space. So, this also makes Feed the Bunnies better, if you just like freeze somebody's food supply. Not quite as much as the other one. I don't know. It's a run card. You don't need a bunny for it, though. You put this out, and then other people will target that person with Feed the Bunnies. It doesn't freeze Danishes, though, so I'm gonna put it in C. Like, it's fine, but it requires a Feed the Bunny to actually be good. And we've got Awesome Recruiter, may be used once by a player to assign all rank cards in the discard pile to any bunnies in the bunny circle. This is a really good card. It refreshes all the ranks. I don't know. It's fun. A. Maybe used once by a player to remove any rank card in the bunny circle to any female Kinder Bunny. Except for the fact that it's a Kinder Bunny card, so it's bad. Bird-like Warriors may be used once by a player to move any timid bunny in the bunny circle to any other position or player. So there's like a 1 in 5 chance this works. The timid bunnies are the best pink and red bunnies, so it's fine. Yeah. And you can steal bunnies. Brundle Bunny. It's can't be directly targeted by weapon or hazards. But all Feed the Bunnies on it require twice as much. I know I'm gonna put it in B tier just for adding more vitality to the feed the bunny meta. Bunny bowling may be used by a player to roll the dice and choose a carrot from Cabals for each strike roll of 10 or spare, a combination of 2 dice that add up to 10. It's just like a feed the bunny but more fun, and you also don't need a bunny to play it. Bunny Bud may be used once by a player to sacrifice one of his yellow or half yellow enlisted rank bunnies to eliminate any officer rank bunny in the bunny circle. D tier. It's incredibly situational. You have to have a yellow bunny with a rank, and then you have to sacrifice a yellow bunny with an enlisted rank, and you have to sacrifice that bunny just to kill another bunny. If this was a weapon, you could just use it on the other bunny and kill it that way. Bunny Detroit, a yellow bunny that can only be directly targeted with an aggressive card by a player who is a mom. I guess that's fun. It's just a normal bunny, but with a extra protection thing. Bunny tax may be given to any player who must pay $2 each to keep his bunnies alive or discard them. It's like Freshness Center, but for bunnies. I don't know. I'm gonna put it in B because the whole thing with Wells that I didn't like was it's pulling carrots out of circulation. But this one, that one's good. Okay, Cabbage Patch allows a player to take all of the remaining cabbage cards from Cabal's market. That's going in A because it's like the one that removes all the cabbage, but it's even better because now you have the cabbage, you can trade it around. Maggots became good suddenly. I don't know. Chiropractor, another Kinder Bunny one. Court Martial may be used once by a player to remove and discard any ranked card from any bunny in the bunny circle. This one's decent because there's 18 ranks now with Onyx. Delinquent Miners may be used once by a player under the age of 18 to exchange an entire 5-card hand with any opponent. It needs a bunny, but it can clear out the garbage in your hand by taking somebody else's garbage hand. I don't know. Only used by cool people. B tier. Echo Valley 2-6809. The player will receive the same mysterious place card of his choice if he can roll the last 5 digits of his phone number. That's nice. Doesn't work if you don't have a phone. Mysterious place cards aren't even that good, so you don't necessarily even want to use this. I don't know. B tier. Doesn't always work. The fifth element allows a player to receive any one bunny in the bunny circle, saved zodiac, or mysterious place card if that has a 5 in the card ID number, if at least 1 5 is rolled. So you're probably going to get that off, and then you'll get to take a bunny. That's nice. Okay, follow the queen. The queen goes to the player with the saved mysterious place card numbered the same as the die roll. You roll a purple die, and then you do that. When a player owns the queen, none of his bunnies can be directly attacked. The queen moves each time the violet die is rolled, presumably to the player who has the mysterious place card numbered the same as the die roll. The queen waits in the center of the table if no player has the mysterious place card rolled. It moves around, you play it, and then it's like out of your hand. It's another thing, I guess. B tier. Goody Two Shoes may be given to any player who has not killed at least one bunny. The player must return all of his carrots to Cabal's market. Very slim window of opportunity to play this. Someone has to have multiple carrots for it to be worth it, but also they can't have killed anybody. So I don't know. B tier. Good early game, but once everybody's killed somebody, it's completely useless. But it is mostly useful. Identity Crisis may be used once to force players whose zodiac sign is the same as the one rolled to switch positions, exchanging all of their possessions with another player. So, I'm not exactly sure how this works, but it seems really fun. A tier. Okay. So, basically, the Matrix thing, there's a 50% chance. Yeah, so you pick up honey, and then there's a 50% chance you get to take it. There's a 50% chance they keep it, but there's like a fun mini game involved. And everybody loves fun, so. Here. My big fat bunny wedding may be placed on any player who must share half of his carrots with his spouse. It doesn't remove carrots from play, it doesn't add carrots to play. I don't know. B tier. It gives you like 3 carrots from somebody who's winning sometimes. All players must reveal 1 card from their 5-card hand. The player whose card has the highest ID number may exchange it for a carrot. Somebody gets a carrot. Nice. That's just like a choose a carrot card. Okay, maybe used once by a player to take 1 officer ranked bunny and 1 single color unranked bunny, not red or pink, from any opponent, if 2 odd numbers are rolled. So you roll the pink and the yellow die, and if both are odd, then you can take an officer ranked and a single color unranked bunny from any opponent. Okay. Maybe use once to force the player with the most pawns to give them all away to other players. Pinch your place. Maybe use once to buy a player to steal the mysterious place card that matches the number rolled. Mysterious place cards don't really do anything. They're like 3 removed from getting a bunny at the end of the game, and like not really that many cards have a yellow ball with a red stripe. President Ficus may be placed in the bunny circle and attacked in any way the bunny is attacked. This highest officer ranked bunny must ask permission from the president to play an extra card on their turn, to like use the officer ability. It's fine. It's a fun thing. It requires an officer to be out to like actually do anything. May be used by a player to sacrifice 5 units of water to eliminate any bunny in the bunny circle that has a 0 in the card ID number. Card ID stuffs are kind of annoying because you have to like look at all the IDs. Adds another use to water. It's fine. Strawberry fields may be used once by a player to change any saved Danish to a strawberry tart, which may only be used to feed red, half red, or pink bunnies. I'm gonna put that in D. Like, so somebody has to have a Danish out, and then you can make the Danish less widely applicable. I don't know. Trading places may be used by a player to exchange any 1 mysterious place card for 2 from any opponent. It's like Zodiac Exchange, but mysterious places are kind of worse. Okay. 2 fish in a tank. Roaming red run card. You place it on a mysterious place card, and it travels counterclockwise around, visiting mysterious place cards in ascending numerical order. When visited, each mysterious place card is destroyed unless the player can roll its number on the blue and 20-sided dice. If they can, then the 2 fish are destroyed. That's fine. Nobody cares about the mysterious place cards anyway, and there being less of them makes them even worse. Watering hole allows the player to take all of the remaining water cards from Kabbalah's market, just like the other one. It's good. The white party may be used once by a player to receive the white stuff, the white pawn, and all white bunnies, free agent, double free agent, and blanc in the bunny circle. This is widely applicable. The white stuff might be out. The white pawn definitely will be out. And free agent, double free agent, and blanc, but blanc is not really, but like the other one's very likely. Woburn may be used once by a player to move all water in Kabbalah's market to the discard. Yep, just like before. Yeah, Zener Diode, basically, you play it on a roaming red run card, and it affects just that roaming red run card, and it only matters if there's a barrier out, so it's bad. And it also works weirdly. Abe Froman, all cabbage cards owned by this player are worth double if the player has this card saved and owns the green pawn. fun, adds more use to pawns, adds more use to cabbage. Incriminating photos. If the player that has this card saved may control the special privilege cards played every round by the opponent who has the highest officer ranked bunny. And if you don't have any bunnies, this goes away. So basically, you can use this. Guys, I'm streaming. This is nice. You need a bunny out to use it, but it lets you take control of the privilege cards, which is nice. Insurance purposes, gonna put that no, it's definitely at least B tier. You pay $5, and then it lets one of your bunnies come back to life after it dies. Loan Shark, you borrow up to $20 from the discard pile, and then you have to pay 150% of the original loan by the end of the game, or you forfeit all of your Carrot, Zodiacs, and Mysterious Place cards to the oldest opponent in the game. This isn't a good card, but it's a funny card. And it's really fun if you like play it early and you're like trying to pay off your loans, you know? Mike Post. All defense units owned by this player are worth double if the player has this card saved and owns the black pawn. More use for pawns, more use for defense. Good. Schrodinger's bunny may be used once by a player to eliminate any bunny that is alone between two barriers. Gonna put this in D. Two barriers have to be out, and they have to surround the bunny, and a bunny has to be isolated. And then this card kills one bunny. Okay, Time Wharf may be used once to force all players to move their top run card. It moves around the runs. It's fun, you know. Everybody loves moving runs around. Just like the cabbage one. Also good. Bunny Bunker. Protects the bunny from the effects of a ranged weapon. Like, it's fine. There's a lot of ranged weapons. Used once by a player if he has to take a carrot from each adjacent player if he receives a bunny back that he owned earlier in the game. So, if somebody gives you a bunny that you owned earlier, then you can play this to get 2 carrots. I don't know, seems very situational. Einstein, mid. Maybe used once by a player to immediately kill a second bunny belonging to the same opponent after killing the first. So if somebody has like multiple bunnies and you kill one, then you can kill the other one with this. So it's fine. Feed now or die, I don't know, B tier. You can play it after playing Feed the Bunny to just kill the bunny that you played it on. So it's okay. Focused Fury, it makes a ranged weapon only apply to the person it was originally played on. So, it's fine. It only applies to ranged weapons. So close. Platinum Rosebud may be used once by a player to mind control any opponent. So basically, you just play this right before somebody flips their top run card, and then you get to use it. I don't know. It's fine. It's very special. You just like play another card later. Like it doesn't really take up much. Rerun. This just lets you take one of your bunnies back into your hand and discard a card. I don't really know the application for that. There's probably some good one. This stops the commandeering of a yellow ball card if either dice, orange and pink, or both dice combined total today's date. Very situational. Extremely situational. Play immediately. Everybody discards cards. A tier. There's a lot of garbage cards. Terrible misfortune. Very terrible misfortune. You lose all of your bunnies, which is fun. Extremely terrible misfortune. Every bunny dies. Very fun. Okay, and we've got the dollar. $10. And then I'm gonna put all the higher ranks in A tier just because they're fun and they give you an extra card per turn. Okay, and then let's see the mysterious places. I don't really have a personal preference on them, really. I'm putting them all in C. They're mid. They don't really do that much. Much more may be given to any player that has much more cabbage, waters, carrots, zodiac cards, mysterious place, or bunnies than all other players. This player must distribute his possessions equally amongst himself and other players. B. Well, I don't know. Somewhat situational. I'm done. I'm not doing these cards. 3,000 views, and I'll do a part 2 where I do just these cards, the pawns, the cabbage, the defense, the water,